best morning live on TikTok and the YouTube. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. Yes, sir. I am Orthodox for the person Gio who is asking. Alhamdulillah. Proud Orthodox. W to everybody who celebrated today is the great entrance of the Holy Theotokos. Last night, the family and I, we went over to a Vesper service dedicated to the Holy Theotokos. Shout out to all my Orthodox Christians who went there and honored and revered our Holy Mother. So W's in the chat for the Holy Mother, the Theotokos. Appreciate everybody joining the stream. Alyssa, what's up? Good to see you. Anthony, hey Bear, haven't been here for a while. Missed the streams. I miss you, bro. I miss you. Miss you joining and saying what's up. El Jefe, what's going on, brother? Good to see you. Good to see you. Don't forget to hit the like button on the way. Listen to El Jefe, bro. He's the boss. Okay? Let's get it popping. Shalom, Enigma. Salam, TB. Good to see you. Good to see you. The Lord's peace be with you. Amen. Why does everybody's username look different? I don't know why that's doing it. I don't know if it's a glitch on my end or what. And Mark, hi everyone. Bear, you're my hero. Thank you. Appreciate that. God bless. God bless, brother Christos Anesti, Alitos Anesti, Frostbite. I know. W to the Orthodox greeting. But just to let you know that greeting is for the Pascha season. But Alitos Anesti, Christ is risen. A greeting that the Orthodox do outside of Pascha season is Christ is in our midst. And the response is he is and ever shall be. W Theotokos. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Absolutely right. Please hit the subscribe button. Eric the Holy, he is and ever shall be. Christ is in our midst. He is and ever shall be. So W to my Orthodox Christians that know what I'm talking about. Yeshua Akbar. Yeah, YouTube sometimes shows the names, sometimes shows the name, sometimes the username. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with that. It's kind of weird today. It's all good. We'll deal with it. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to everybody who's here. Tap the screen, TikTok. We're slacking already. Did I get a restriction already or something? Like, what the hell? These numbers are not looking right. Something looks off today. I can already tell it's going to be a weird day. It's going to be a weird one. When I got to stop tapping the screen, this is bad. This is bad. Kidios, what's up? Hit the like button, brother. Hit him. Hit it. Everybody hit the like button. Everybody tap the screen on TikTok. Also, do have an announcement at the top of the hour of the stream. So at exactly 1 hour of the stream, I will have the announcement on what I'm going to be releasing and giving everybody the details on what is going to happen with that. Dylan, what up, gang? Need some help? All right, the likes are starting to come up a little bit on TikTok. Thank you. For those of you that are liking the stream, really appreciate it. We gotta get the numbers up so we can get the ops in here to have some conversations. Best morning live on the TikTok. Already with the super chat. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much. Sleek Ding. I hope that's your name. I don't know. YouTube is showing something different today, but Christ is in our midst. Dang, I missed this. Yeah, no worries. Thank you so much for the $5 super chat already. Starting off on a good start with the super chats. Thank you so much. Thank you, everybody. Tapping the screen on TikTok where the likes are going up now. So I really appreciate that. Everybody coming in, contributing towards that. Really appreciate it. Like I said, top of the hour of the stream, I am doing an announcement of something that I have been that I started working on a year ago. A year ago. Um, there's a lot of people that want to know. They ask me questions about the Bible. How do I look at this? How do I look at that? Okay. I've been studying the Bible for years, and there is a simple way on how to look at the Bible and um, how to ground it with just a couple of chapters of the Bible. And if you understand these chapters, you can understand the entire rest of the Bible. That's how the Bible was written. Because guys, remember, we didn't have church fathers. They didn't have. They couldn't even read. Okay, so understanding the having a very simplified method on how to understand the Bible and throughout the Bible was necessary for people back then. Okay, and although it's very in depth, the Bible and the theology is very in depth, sometimes we can get lost of the simplicity as to what was given to us. And so I'm gonna give you guys, for those of you that are interested, those methods of simplifying and understanding the Bible. And I think we're gonna have a lot of fun doing that. Okay. So I will be announcing how I'm going to give away that information to you guys at the top of the hour. We are 7 minutes into the stream. So in 53 minutes, I will be giving that announcement on how we're going to do that. Okay. So stay tuned if you want to hear how I will be doing that. Um, we will definitely get that done. All right, this is the way. I'm a Protestant and want to baptize my baby girl. Is that contradicting my church and my faith? Ugh, it depends on what type of Protestant you are. I would say I think Lutherans are okay with it. Not sure. Um, but it just depends, man. Um, yeah, that's a tough one, man. So I wouldn't even know what to do, bro. I'm an Orthodox Christian. We baptize babies. So become Orthodox. You wouldn't have that problem. Baptist church, yeah, I don't think they do that. I think they dedicate babies. They give baby dedications, but no, baptism is done at the age of accountability in the Baptist church. I grew up in a Baptist church. At least when I was in high school and I started going to church, that's where we went. And I got baptized in a Baptist church. You need to have a full understanding as to what your faith is before you can be baptized. So, unfortunately, man, become Orthodox though. You won't have that problem. So it is what it is. Bear, are you in Tampa? Yes, I am in Tampa. Yes, yes, yes. Hey, Worthy the Lamb, thank you so much for the super chat. Showing some love on the YouTube. Thank you so much. Worthy is the Lamb. Thank you so much, man, for the super chat. Already, we're starting off on a great start. What's up, Andrew, on TikTok? Call me Unc. What's up, man? Hope you're doing good. I know that's right. I noticed that's troubling for me, but I love my church. I'm stuck a bit, but thank you. I hear you, man. I hear you, brother. I'll pray for you. I'll pray for you, and hopefully things hopefully things start to spark up for you, you know, and you'll find your way through it. It's hard when you get grounded in the community. It's really hard to leave it. Before I became Orthodox, I was part of a big church in my city, and I was involved with the higher ups. I think they were trying to groom me into certain positions in the church, even though I don't know if I was really interested in doing that. I think, but they were trying to groom me into a leadership position. And I really loved my church. I don't have any ill will. I didn't leave it for any issues. In fact, they were very open minded on my journey and studying the Torah like I did and so forth, which then led me to Orthodoxy. But I was fortunate enough that a couple of things happened where it was easier for me to leave the community. Not their fault or anything like that, just some things in my personal life. And it would definitely would have been harder if those things didn't happen for me to become Orthodox. It definitely would have been harder. So But I think I still would have made the choice because I mean I can't turn down the truth. I feel like I'm betraying Christ, and I'm not saying you are. By the way, I'm not trying to make you feel guilty. I'm just saying from my position. That's how it would definitely be harder if those things didn't happen. Muhammad, what's up, bro? You got me on an echo or something? I don't know.
Yes, you are saying that Jesus is God.
Alhamdulillah. Yes.
How can a God die? Killed by his own creation. That's foolish, bro.
If he takes on a human flesh, that's how he can do it.
So your God can do bullshit like being animal, being human being. That's it.
No, not an animal, human being, because humans were made in the image
Because
of God.
being
Muhammad,
a human,
Muhammad, you gotta let me. You gotta let me answer you gotta let me answer, brother.
You gotta have ask
Muhammad, you gotta let me.
You
gotta let me answer the question, brother.
That's weak. That's weak.
Yeah.
Weak.
You know what's weak? What's weak is that you're just jumping in and interrupting, and you're not really you're not really here to engage. Listen, brother. Listen. Look. I'm gonna mute you now, okay? Because I'm not gonna talk. I'm not gonna yell on my own live just to speak. Okay. So yeah, it not an animal, not an animal. It would be a human. A human. Humans were made in the image of God. They're rational natures. We have a rational nature, therefore, it is possible for God to incarnate. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And your prophet was aroused by a 9-year-old. All right. So there you go. So you got one, and I got your back, brother. I got your back. Ha ha ha. You said a funny. I said a funny. Chosen Few, thank you so much. My kids love the ad libs, just showing love, brother. That's for your kids then right here. There it is. That's for your kids. Thank you so much. I knew some people would enjoy the ad libs. I knew that. So, oh, this guy's back. Holy crap. David, God bless you too, brother. Thank you so much. Thank you. Bear, is the Father I say in his person, if his person must beget to be the Father? Yeah, in personhood, and in the inner workings of the Trinity, the Father is I say for sure. That is how that goes. Berto Uncut, you said I'm trying. I don't know what I must have missed the first message, brother. I'm trying to find it. I don't know what you were saying. If you want to come up, you can. Dylan, thank you so much for the super chat. Can't forget the Al-Zut. That's right. Yeah, he was talking about my God having an a-hole. What about what happened to Muhammad's during that night? That was an interesting night for him. Very, very interesting. What's up, bro? Did you have a question?
What's up, brother? God bless. I was just trying to say, I'm trying to see if JP might want to set something up down here in Tampa. Maybe Avery might come out and stuff like y'all did in NYC. I wasn't able to make it out to that one actually.
Oh, okay. Cool. That's
So
are you in Tampa?
Yeah, I am.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Yeah, that's why I was asking because I don't remember where exactly I saw that you might have been in Tampa. I think it was the church or something like that you had posted about.
Mm-hmm.
And I peeped that you was in Tampa, and so, but I'm pretty tight with JP and stuff like that. So that's why I was just trying to see.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, if somebody does something like that, yeah, definitely, that would be awesome. That'd be dope.
All right, bro. Well, that was pretty much it. God bless.
All right, man. God bless, bro. Take it easy. Yeah, that'll be dope if they come here. That'll be easy content for me. That'll be dope.
I ain't gonna hold you. Jesus is
I ain't gonna hold you, gang. What you gonna say, bro? What you gonna say?
I want to say Jesus is very good.
Amen, little guy. Did you clean your room today?
No, I don't need to clean it. My room always clean, bro.
Bro. I like that. Did you go to school today?
I'm waiting for my bus.
You waiting for your bus? All right, gang. All right, bro. Well, you got A's in school or what?
Hell yeah, bro.
Hell yeah, bro. See, I like this kid.
90s and 100s.
90s and 100s. That's what I'm talking about. All right, man. Well, keep doing your thing, all right? See you later, little guy. Dude, going to school, waiting for the school bus, listening to the best morning live on TikTok. What's up?
Yo,
what up, gang?
I got a question. So I be seeing this like Muslim dude that's live. Why don't you why don't you guys like ask each other questions or like
I don't know, man. Like who is it, man? Who is it? You want me to go to every live?
No, I'll come back and give you the username. All right.
All right, man. Yeah, let me know. All right, gang. And tell them to come here, all right?
So I can like go back.
Yeah. Gotcha, gang. Why everybody want me to go talk to other people somewhere else, man? Yeah, what's up?
Well, I grew up Christian. I just had some questions.
Okay.
Have you done any comparative religious studies, or did you just grow up knowing the Christian faith?
I don't know what you mean by comparative religious studies. Like, have I looked into other faiths?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Read their texts, their mystic sects.
Yeah.
So you're familiar with Hinduism?
No, not entirely, no.
Which ones have you studied outside of Christianity?
Islam, Jehovah's Witness, Mormons, atheism.
What about Judaism or the Kabbalah?
Yeah, Kabbalah a little bit, but yes, Judaism, Rabbinic Judaism, yes.
Okay, so you believe that Jesus is the same God as in the Old Testament?
Yes.
Gotcha. So you don't know anything about Hinduism?
Nope.
Well, Hinduism actually has a trinity as well, and it parallels Christianity.
Hold on, I'm gonna stop you right there. Why do I care?
Well, you're saying that Jesus is not a Muslim, that he's the father. Like particularly, I'm gonna go after the point of him being the father.
He's not the father.
I don't believe
Jesus
that.
is not the father.
Jesus is not the father, but you just said that you believe he is the God of the Old Testament.
Yes.
But you just contradicted yourself by saying that.
No, I didn't.
But you don't believe he's the father.
Nope.
But you believe he's the God of the Old Testament.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, I believe in the Trinity.
The Father.
There's a distinction between personhood and being.
Yes, so you're contradicting yourself though by saying that.
Have you done any research on Christianity at all?
I grew up in the Christian faith.
That doesn't mean anything. Have you done any research on like what Christians believe as far as the Trinity? Because if you did, you would understand that there's a distinction between nature and person.
Yeah, I'm asking you if you believe they're the same being.
Yes, they're the same being, but not the same person. If you would have actually studied what Christians believe, you would understand what I'm saying right now. I'm talking to you as if you have. I'm giving you. Hold on, brother. Hold on.
Not divine. He was not the son.
Hold on, brother. Hold on.
He was a son of God.
Hey, brother.
Not the.
Dude, do I have to yell on my own live to speak, dude? Like I'm
well, I was talking.
No, I was actually in the middle of talking, and you interrupted me. I was still answering the first question. Brother, listen, man. Look, I'm not gonna ask for permission to speak on my own live. Okay, so you're gonna stay right there until I'm done talking, because I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt, and I'm letting you talk, and I'm letting you ask me questions. At least have the courtesy and the respect on my own live to not do that. Don't cut me off. Thank you. Yeah, I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt because you said you do comparative religious studies. I would assume you would know what the Trinity is, but it sounds like you don't know what we believe as Trinitarians.
I'm explaining that I understand what you believe. It's
Please
just
explain.
that I don't believe in it myself, and that I believe.
I'm not saying you should believe it yourself. Just like I understand what Muslims. I understand what Muslims believe really well, but I don't believe in what they believe. There's a difference.
Well, I'm
there.
trying to enlighten you on a Hindu perspective.
I don't care about Hinduism, bro. Like, why are you trying to enlighten me on Hinduism?
So why do you not care about Islam?
I don't
versus Hinduism
because I rather speak because my choice is to speak to Muslims, and that's my own personal preference. Is that an issue?
No, it's not an issue. But
then why are you bringing it up, dude? Like, what's do you have an argument today against Christianity or what?
Yeah, that Hindus will accept all Christians even if they believe in Jesus Christ.
Okay, great.
Believing in the wrong doctrine.
Okay, good. I don't care. All right. Do you have an argument against Christianity?
That it's fallible.
It's fallible. Okay, that's a claim. Now, what's the argument?
Based off Judaism.
I agree. It's the continuation of Judaism. I agree.
So you're more of a Christ follower than an actual believer in the Bible. Because if you were, you'd be Judaistic.
Brother, you understand that there's nothing more Jewish than following the Messiah. We are the real Jews.
But you know nothing about Judaism. You said you know all about Islam.
No. Actually, I said I do know about Judaism and Rabbinic Judaism. But Rabbinic Judaism is not the real Judaism.
What about Hasidic Judaism?
It's a fake Judaism, so it's Rabbinic Judaism.
Okay, Rabbinic Judaism is what created the Talmud. What about Hasidic Judaism?
The Talmud is not a real thing. It's not something that's authoritative. It's something that was created at the earliest 2nd century, post-Christianity.
Yeah, it's a commentary on their sacred.
And when was it? And when was it written? Before or after Christianity?
The Talmud was written after Christianity.
Thank you.
It's a commentary by rabbinic Jews.
Exactly. It's a false Judaism.
But the Torah predates Christian texts. And what do you have to say about that?
The Torah is a Christian text.
Why is Judaism not correct versus Christianity?
The Torah is a Christian text.
So why are you not Judaistic, and why are you Christian?
Judaistic? What's that? What's Judaistic?
If the Torah predates the Christian Bible.
Hey, Michael Hilliard, thank you so much, bro. Thank you so much for the. Thank you so much for the gift, man. Appreciate it, Michael. All right, man. Go ahead.
Michael, go. So why are you not a Jew if the Torah predates the Bible?
Christians are the continuation of Judaism. We are the real Jews.
Where's like the evidence for that, other than just like your word? Do you have scripture for that? Or like, can you give me like actual empirical proof?
Wait, isn't the Messiah prophesied in the Tanakh?
I'm saying, can you give me empirical proof? Like, what's the verse in the Tanakh?
Okay, Jeremiah 31. Verses 31 through 34. You want to read it?
Read it for me.
Pull it up, brother.
I don't have my Bible handy, and I'll get muted if.
Of course, you're not prepared. No worries, brother. I got you.
I grew up Christian. I'm not Christian anymore.
Bro,
I'm just a theist these days.
Dude.
Sorry that I don't have my Bible on hand.
Yeah, sorry that I don't care if you grew up Christian, dude. Behold, the days are coming, declares the Lord, when I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and the house of Judah, not like the covenant I made with their fathers on the day when I took them by hand to bring them out of the land of Egypt, my covenant that they broke, though I was their husband, declares Yahweh. For this is the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel after those days, declares the Lord. I will put my law within them, and I will write it on their hearts, and I will be their God, and they shall be my people. And no longer shall each one teach his neighbor and each his brother, saying, know the Lord, for they shall know me from the last of them to the greatest, declares the Lord, for I will forgive their iniquity and I will remember their sin no more. Now, this is
you're saying that verse proves that Christians are the new Jews?
Yes. So who brings the new covenant?
That's just your apologetic interpretation. It doesn't make
Who brings the new covenant?
Again, that is just your apologetic interpretation of the scripture that does not make it
covenant. Who brings the new covenant? You were Christian. Who brings the new covenant?
Do you believe in objective truth?
Who brings the new covenant, dude?
Do you believe in objective truth? Or do you think that you
this
need...
conversation is about to end very, very soon if you don't answer the question. Who brings the new covenant according to Christianity?
Do you believe in objective truth?
Yeah,
or do you think that you need Jesus
brother,
Christ to
it's
know
okay.
that
It's okay. We look, listen,
doing horrible things
brother,
is wrong?
You know, like, have you ever seen like
Listen, brother,
have
do
you ever
you need
seen like
Jesus Christ to know that...
have you ever seen like a little kid, like maybe a 2 or 3 year old that has a
I'm
diaper
asking,
and that
do
he
you believe
has pooped his
truth
diaper?
is wrong?
He has pooped his diaper
Do you
and
believe
he's
that
trying to act like
the creed of the Bible
nobody can
that
smell his
objective truth...
diaper, and he's trying to act like nothing happened, but everybody in the room knows and can smell that the little child has pooped his diaper? That is you right now, brother. That is you. We could all see that you're avoiding the question of the new covenant. This is addressing Israel and who is the new covenant and who gets grafted into the family branch of Abraham. Who? The Gentiles. The Gentiles do. This is the new Israel. It is the following of the Messiah that was prophesied way before Jesus was born. And this is a new covenant to Israel. Israel comes from the line of Abraham, and the Gentiles, through Jesus' death, burial, and resurrection, and through baptism, is grafted into the family of Abraham. So nice try, brother. See you later. Go study some more. Go do some more comparative religious studies. What's up?
Hi, bro.
What's up?
Do you hear me?
Mm-hmm. What faith are you?
I have a question.
What faith are you?
So, about the book of Daniel.
Hey, Zemsky, what faith are you?
I grew up in a Muslim country.
Okay. Are you Muslim?
So I'm not like, maybe some cultural.
Some cultural. Okay.
Yeah.
What faith are you, brother? What God do you serve? What God do you pray to?
Just God.
Okay. And what is your God's name?
I consider like Allah.
Okay. So you are a Muslim.
Yes, more like a Muslim.
Okay. Do you believe Muhammad is a prophet?
Yes, but also I like the Bible. I read Bible, and I have questions more about Bible.
Okay, bro. Go ahead. What's your question?
So you believe in the Bible. So I like this book, but as a lot of Muslims says that Bible is corrupted. How you answer that to them?
Why would you believe it is corrupted? What's the argument for that?
Okay, just there's some arguments, but I found one, like there is difference between do you know Orthodox Bible and Protestant Bible? For example, in the book of Daniel, there is more chapters in the Orthodox Bible than in Protestant. So why that? Why so?
Because the Protestants left our tradition and started compiling their own canon. You would just have to see who is more historically in line with the canon, the Protestants or the Orthodox, and you would find historically that the Orthodox.
So I understand some people they try to explain why there is different books, and I understood why there is different books.
Well, I'm giving you the answer, brother.
I don't understand.
The Protestants are wrong for taking. I'm giving you the answer. The Protestants are wrong for taking out those books.
So why so?
Why so? Because they don't have an authority to take out those books.
What about Jews?
What about them?
So they took them out of canon first.
Why do I care what Jews do for their canon?
Okay, so what I understood from that story, that the last prophets was like Malachiah, right? Malachiah, Zechariah, right?
Okay.
Yes, and then there was like 400 years where there wasn't prophets. So these books, like I don't know which books, but they are not in canon because of that. Because God didn't speak.
But who decided that? Who decided that those historical books like Maccabees and all those other books, who decided that those shouldn't be in the canon?
No, I think first Jews, they decided first.
Brother, you understand the Jews didn't canonize anything until after Christianity. It's like late 1st century at the earliest. So those Jews that made those decisions, I can care less. They're not real Jews. The real Judaism is Christianity. So I don't care.
Okay,
I don't
as
care what they
understood, you are
canonized, what they
Orthodox.
didn't. Excuse me?
Are you an Orthodox Christian?
I am.
Which one?
Eastern Orthodox.
I understand, but there is like a Syrian church, Russian church, and others.
No, Assyrian church is not Orthodox. So,
Oh,
but
okay.
yeah, Russian,
So-
Greek, they're all Eastern Orthodox. We all follow the same theology. We're all under the same authority.
Okay, so again, about the book of Daniel. So there is problem like the half of the book and the second half of the book. The first, I don't know, 5 or 6 chapters, they was written in Old Hebrew, and the last part, it was written in Aramaic.
Okay.
So there is 2 different languages. Also, there is 2 different styles.
I don't know if that's true. I think it's all written in Aramaic, but even if that is true, who cares?
No, I mean, there is a lot of things that showing us. A lot of scholars they saying that it seems like it is 2 different. There is 2 different authors from 2 different like time.
Okay. And why do I care what scholars are saying about that?
So it looks like there is some things that was added in your book. Is that a problem or not?
No, it depends on what you mean.
I mean that the half of the book was written by one person, and the other
No, that's not a problem. No,
half of the book was written.
it's not a problem at all. It happens a lot in the Bible. It happened in the Torah. Like, who do you think wrote the ending of the Torah? It wasn't Moses, because it talks about Moses' death. It actually talks about. It actually says at the end of Deuteronomy, there still has to this day have not been a prophet like Moses. That means it was written way after Joshua.
Is it okay in the Is it okay in the Bible to add, like, for example, there was Moses, he wrote like the Torah, and after him someone took his
Yes, it's okay.
added
It's okay
something.
if it's under the right authority. The prophets were the ones that had the authority over these scriptures, because they were guided by the Holy Spirit. So it depends on who is doing it. It can't be some random person who says, "Oh, I have the Holy Spirit," and then they do it. No, it has to be somebody who is in the proper office to do that. In the Old Testament, it would be the prophets. They would be like equivalent to like the church fathers.
So you believe that all the authors, like there is more than 40, right? 40 authors.
I don't know how many there are actually, because like even in Isaiah, not all of Isaiah was written by Isaiah. He had prophets underneath him that wrote also. Even Paul's letters, there was some Paul's letters that he didn't write the whole thing. He had a scribe write a piece. So what's the issue though? I don't understand.
Not a problem, is it? So
no, why? No, brother. I think I'm trying to make it clear to you that it's not a problem. I want to know why it should be. Please, I'm listening. Why should it be a problem?
Because there's so many anonymous authors, so we don't know them.
Brother, here's the thing. It's not a problem if you trust the office and the institution of the church, which we have every reason to trust. If you don't trust the church, let me finish what I'm saying, please. If you don't trust the church, then I can see why it would be an issue. But you would have to now question, why don't you trust? Why would you trust some of the Bible but reject the rest? Why would you do that? Why do you believe the Bible to begin with?
Again, could you repeat?
My point is that if you believe in the Bible at all, then you're already trusting the church. because the church is the one that compiled the Bible. If you don't trust some of the Bible but trust the rest of it, then you would need to justify why you even trusted to begin with if you're going to question the church.
Okay, I understand.
Mhm.
But for me, it seems like it is putting Christianity under the Islam, because in Islam there is other belief system that
What?
the scriptures was like preserved.
Okay, why do I care about what Islam says, dude? I'm asking you a question on the Bible. You said it's a problem that there's anonymous authors within it. Why is that a problem? I'm trying to get to that. You're saying, well, because why anonymous authors? Oh my God, corruption. That's like typical what Muslims would say. We can't trust it because it's anonymous. We can't trust it at all. Can't trust it. Can't trust it. Well, then, but why? Why couldn't we trust the church? What's the church gaining from this? Like, you would have to now ask more questions. And when you actually research these questions, you would find that there's no reason to distrust the church and what they're claiming. They didn't have any real motives to lie about something like this. In fact, lying about something like this would have destroyed the Christian religion even being spread.
Yeah, I'm just trying to question like everything, like even in Quran and in the Bible. So that's why I'm trying to ask those
No,
questions.
I get it, bro. But I'm not saying there's anything wrong with asking. I'm just saying, like, what's the issue? Like, do you believe in some of the Bible?
Yes, sure.
Okay, why? Why do you believe? Why do you the parts that you believe in it? You don't have to tell me which parts. Why do you believe in it?
No, I don't. Because I believe that there is the words of God.
Okay, how do you? But how do you know? How do you know these are actually the words of God? How do you know? See, you never thought about that, and that's okay because most people don't think about that. The only way you would actually justify that you know that these are the words of God and not just something made up claim to be the words of God is if you trust the people who compiled the Bible. If you have good reasons to trust them, and that would be the church. So the same people that are saying these are the words of God, regardless of anonymous authors or not, are the same people you would have to trust to even accept the Bible. Otherwise, you're just saying, I believe these are the words of God because I feel like they are. And that's not a proper justification.
That's not what I'm saying.
Okay, I understand. I'm not saying that's what you said, but that's the only other option that would be. And that's not a proper justification to believe in the Bible. It's just because you feel like it.
This is also my problem with Quran.
I agree. That's a major problem with the Quran. I don't believe the Bible has the same problems as the Quran.
Yeah, because do you know that there was the story with Uthman?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
that's
I'm familiar.
the problem too.
Yeah, but the Bible doesn't have the same problem. Uthman shows a story of controlled transmission. There's more likelihood of corruption amongst a controlled transmission, meaning you have one authority that is controlling all of the inscriptions of a text. That is easier to corrupt than an open transmission. The Bible had an open transmission. They were copying the text over and over again in all throughout the whole Roman Empire. And it took a long time to do. It was very expensive to do. And you can't talk to somebody in Rome all the way in like Alexandria, Egypt, without taking weeks of delivering a message. So there's no way they could have corroborated it. So when we see the copying of these texts and we have thousands of manuscripts of it, and we see consistencies, 99% consistency of the message, then we see it wasn't corrupted. They were copying exactly the way it should have been. It's practically impossible to corrupt a text that's open transmission back in those days. Controlled transmission, easy to corrupt. Because when you collect all the copies, burn them, and then you only make one copy, that's easy to corrupt the text. Now you're the only one that's distributing the copy that you want spread. That's easy to corrupt, not an open transmission. Because I can corrupt a bunch of copies in my area in Turkey, but then somebody in Western Europe is making a bunch of copies of the original, and it would be easy to detect my fraudulent copy. Does that make sense?
Yes, it makes sense.
Yeah. So back again, like, what's the issue with the Bible? I don't get it. Anonymous authors.
The issue is just how can we trust someone we don't know? And you answered my question. So the next question I ask, so why do you trust the church? Because as we see in the church, like the story of the church like fell into corruption again and again. So throughout the history.
Yeah, I mean, what corruption are you referring to, though?
So there was a lot of things like church divided, right?
Mm-hmm.
There was wars,
that is true.
Wars like led by the church.
Like what? Like what wars?
Burning. There was a lot of wars, like the
Like
Pope.
what? You talking about the Crusades?
I'm not talking just about the Crusades. It include Crusades and it include other wars.
Okay.
Because church.
Well, look. Well, what I was saying, you would have to tell me what wars you're talking about, because I don't know what wars you're talking about as far as like what the Orthodox Church has started. In fact, the Orthodox Church was the one most persecuted out of everybody. But the Roman, even though I don't follow, I think Roman Catholicism is not the same belief as mine entirely. We agree on a lot of things. What Roman Catholics have done, what Roman Catholics have done historically. I'm not familiar with what wars you're talking about, but if you're talking about the Crusades, that was a justified reason for those Crusades. They were defending themselves from the spread of Islam. So I don't see, even though I don't agree with everything with Roman Catholicism, the Crusades are not something just to say, oh, it was a bad reason for it. It was a good reason.
Yeah, but let's talk about Crusades. Those lands was like Muslim lands for centuries. I know
What
that
lands?
these lands was Christians, the Sham and like Jerusalem and other lands. I know that before it was Christian.
What?
But
that's not true, dude. What are you talking about? Islam came. Christians were in all of those lands before Muhammad was even born.
No, I know that.
Okay, so how are they Muslim lands if Islam didn't even exist?
They converted to Islam.
Who?
A lot of Christian cities, they willingly like.
Okay, and how many of them were forced to convert?
There was some cities, yes. Some cities was forcibly converted.
Okay. Dude, I don't understand your point, because your first point was it was Muslim lands before. That's not true, dude. Like there were Christian lands before Muhammad was even born.
Okay, sorry, that's not my point. My point is that in the church history, we have seen a lot of corruption. For example,
all right, so we're changing subject.
You are not like Catholic, right?
No.
So usually I know like more history of Catholic Church, so how they corrupted, and like there's a lot of bad things going in the church.
There's bad things in every church. You can find bad things even in the Orthodox Church. Just because some people do some bad things doesn't make the whole thing false. Like just because I don't believe Islam is true, but just because I meet a couple of Muslims that do things that are bad doesn't make Islam false. I believe Islam's false because of logical reasons, not because a couple of idiots that are Muslim. Most Muslim people that I meet in real life are the nicest people you can ever meet. Very good people.
I understand,
But just because I meet a couple
we-
idiots here on TikTok that like to insult Jesus and the Holy Spirit and stuff, that doesn't make Islam false just because they do stupid things like that.
Muslims cannot do that for Jesus and Holy Spirit.
Huh?
Muslims cannot insult Holy Spirit.
I understand that, brother. I understand, but there are people that
Jesus.
do. There are people that do that are Muslim. So, anyways, my point is, bro, just because you're pointing out to some things that you feel are corruption within the Catholic Church or even the Orthodox Church doesn't make it false.
I got your point. Okay. Just sorry, I'm not so good like in English.
It's okay. Yeah. So, like, I mean, we could talk about some of the things. Like I said, the only thing I know that I'm not saying the Catholics are 100% right on everything. Obviously, I don't believe that. Right? Do I think there was some corruption in the Catholic Church? Yes. Do I think there's corruption? I think there's corruption within the Orthodox Church today. I think there's problems within the Orthodox Church today. That doesn't make the Orthodox Church false. Now, I believe that Catholicism has steered away from orthodoxy, and they're in error, because I believe the Eastern Orthodox Church is the true church historically. But just because there's corruption doesn't make it false. And when you look at historically, just because things become corrupted, if you look at Christian history, it corrects itself. Like, the corruption gets weeded out.
Okay, so in Orthodoxy, you are not like Protestants, like Bible alone, right?
Of course not. No.
Okay, so you answered my questions. So
Okay. All right, man.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Take it easy. All right, guys, don't forget, in the top of the hour, in about 15 minutes, I do have a big announcement on what I'm going to be doing as far as what I mentioned yesterday, as far as some information on a course that I'm going to be doing. If you guys have been a part of my Bible studies, you'll know we go deep into the Bible. There is you got to understand something. If the Bible was written at a time period where people couldn't read, it was mostly memorization. Remember, the Torah was written first to the second generation of Israel out of Egypt. Okay. If it started with them, there needed to be a simplified method into understanding the whole thing. Okay. And there is a very simplified method before church fathers, before the Bible was even compiled. Okay. So it's very, very simple. It's a simple method, but it will cause you to dive really deep into the Bible. It's a method that I started studying the Bible. It took me 3 years to understand. And I'm going to condense it down to just a small, a couple weeks worth, a couple videos worth. I don't know how many videos, but a couple videos worth, where I will actually teach you how to look at the Bible properly through just a couple of chapters in the Torah. And I'm going to dive deep into that. And for those that are interested, I will offer that information to you. Okay. Now, it's going to take me a lot of time. It's going to take me a lot of work on my end to do. So it is not something that's going to be given out for free. It's only going to be for the people who are serious about understanding the Bible. Okay. So if understanding the Bible is not important to you, what I'm going to announce in 12 minutes is not for you. Okay. Just giving you guys a heads up. So in about 12 minutes, I will announce it and give you guys the details on what that is going to be. All right. Let's see. Do we have anybody else? Christians, if you guys have questions, you guys can come up and ask questions. Thank you, everybody on the YouTube. Did I miss any super chats? I did. Thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you so much for the super chat, Jimmy Harrison. Good morning, brother. Have a blessed weekend, and may our Lord Jesus Christ continue to bless your ministry. Thank you so much, Jimmy. I really Appreciate that. And then Worthy is the Lamb for the second super chat. Thank you so much. You already know that the second super chat brings out the Wheezy. Thank you so much. We're due for another crusade. Yeah, man, it kind of feels like that, especially over in Europe. And then Michael Hilliard with the money gun. You already know the money gun is an instant Wheezy. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Michael Hilliard, for the money gun on TikTok. Really appreciate that, man. Thank you guys for the support. Every bit of it makes this thing keep going. Okay, makes this thing keep going. We really appreciate it. This month has been a really good month on YouTube. We might be breaking some records on YouTube, so thank you so much. As far as like my personal best, so it seems like every month we're starting to get closer to breaking personal bests and stuff. So. Jesus is God Apologetics. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the super chat. God bless you too, brother. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate it. Appreciate the support. Thank you guys. If you got Medi, you already know, bro. You got it, bro.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Hey, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the money gun. Money guns are instant Wheezies. So you already know. If you guys send that money gun, you guys are gonna get shown some love with some old school Lil Wayne. Medi. I know Medi just wanted to hear that. That's it. Does your super chat song end on "I got a weak stomach"? Yes, it does. Boom. Oh, by the way, I heard somebody on Nick's live was about to get a shirk bomb, bro. You know that first and last argument, man. It baits them into a shirk bomb. Somebody was close. I was on my way to Vespers listening to that with Peace, and we were both like, "Oof, shirk bomb incoming shirk bomb." Guys, don't forget also Peace Apology YouTube. Follow sub to Peace Apologetics on YouTube. She's at 462 subs. She needs 38 to go. 38. We have way more than 38 people in here, and I know everybody's not subbed to her YouTube. So we have about 100 people on YouTube right now. If my moms can put Peace's link to her YouTube at 500 subs, she's going live on YouTube. So hit her a sub right now so we can get her go live on YouTube at the same time as going live on TikTok. All right. Throw out that shirk bait. Exactly right. We got to. But yeah, I mean, if you guys can sub and support her, please. We want to get that channel started off on a good start. Once she starts going live, we wanted to just kick off and hopefully help her get monetized so you guys can show her some love. And that'll be another way for you guys to keep supporting. And then obviously when she starts dropping content on YouTube, it'll help support everything. So thank you so much, Nemesis, for putting her link in the chat right there. Nemesis, put it in the chat so it's easy. Just go ahead and hit her a sub. We want to get her to 500 subs ASAP, as soon as possible. Thank you because I saw a couple people sub to her channel already. So thank you so much. Really, really appreciate that. All right, guys, we got about a couple more minutes and we'll be at the top of the hour and I'll be making that announcement and giving the details. What's up? Your favorite? What's going on?
I'm here to prove you wrong because you are the stupid.
Oh, you're gonna prove me wrong because I'm stupid? Okay, no problem, buddy. What faith are you?
I am of the true faith.
The true faith, which is?
The one that you are not from.
The one I'm not from, which is?
Little Beach.
Which is what? Why'd you leave, bro? Hey, bro, look, listen. It's really hard to troll somebody that can troll you right back, bro. You know what I'm saying? You are the stupid. You are the stupid. Oh, my God, bro. These people are silly, man. They don't understand, bro. if you guys see me in other lives, like if you guys don't see, I troll. Like I love trolling in the chat. You can't troll a troll. You know what I'm saying? Or at least, you know, we going, you know, I'm gonna troll you right back a little bit. You know, you're gonna get a little something right back. So anyway, you're stupid. Bro didn't last. He left. He couldn't handle me trolling him back, bro. That's crazy. Crazy. Paid the troll too. What's up? Hello. Hello. Going once, going twice. Hear my echo. So you're going. Goodbye. Oh man. Give him the X sound. Durka, durka, durka. Anyways, Christians, if you guys have questions, we got 5 minutes for the top of the hour. We'll be making that announcement. Guys, don't forget to sub to Peace Apologetics. I really want her to get to 500 subs this week. Is Friday. Okay, we got till tomorrow, and then the week's over. So I got until tomorrow to meet my goal in getting her to 500 subs by the end of the week. Let me see where we're at right now. We're at 465. She needs 35 more subs, 35 more subs. And then we got her at 500. Oh man, we're always going to get a robot. Robots are going to pop up for sure. Nemesis, thank you so much for putting her link in the chat. I'll be subscribing. Thank you so much for subbing. Thank you. Everybody on TikTok too, go sub to Peace Apologetics on the YouTube. So we get her to 500 subs. 500. That'll be a good start for her. At 500 subs, then she need 500 more plus the watch hours to get monetized. It'll happen. What kind of track? I did have some track. You know what, Mehdi? I got a special one for you if you send a Galaxy that you'll like, being that you're from New York. I had one, but I got copyrighted on my last stream for it. It was a Young Jeezy. I got to get rid of it because I got copyrighted for it. But this one, you know, being, oh my gosh, thank you so much, brother. Thank you, Mehdi, for the Galaxy. Thank you so much. We'll see if we get copyrighted for that or not. I don't think so because it's a short snippet, but there you go. That's what you get for the Galaxy, man. Appreciate you. Hey, let me tell you guys something. You young folks don't know about music, man. Don't know about that. They don't make music like that no more. No. Y'all don't know about that Dipset. Y'all don't know about it. All right, 2 more minutes and we're gonna make the announcement. If you guys want to stick around, I am going to make the announcement on how I'm going to be, for the ones that are serious about learning the Bible, I am going to be giving a special announcement on how I am going to teach this to a certain group of people. And I promise you that the information you will receive will last a lifetime. When I learned this information, well, I'll tell you at the top of the hour, but basically it changed how I looked at the Bible all the way together. And it's still the same way I look at the Bible today. And it's why when people bring arguments, even if I don't know the argument off the top of my head, or I've never heard it before, I'm able to figure out certain things of it to see if it's true or not based on this method that I'm following. Big reason why I went to Orthodoxy, by the way, for those of you that are Orthodox and are interested. But if you're a Protestant, this will still work for you for sure. Also, yes, please, guys, sub to Pieces YouTube. What do you know about them G-Unit sneakers? G-Unit sneakers, bro. I never had no G-Unit sneakers, bro. No offense, Contriti. No offense. But, you know, that's cool that you did. I never had no G-Unit sneakers, though. That's too much, gang. Not too much, gang. All right, we're about to be at the top of the hour now. Everybody ready for this announcement? Put a 1 in the chat on TikTok and YouTube if you are ready for this announcement. Put a 1 in the chat if you guys are ready, because we are hitting the top of the hour. Okay, guys. So a year ago, I had this idea a year ago, actually over a year ago, probably maybe closer to a year and a half. And really, it's something that I kept saying on lives when Christians would come up and ask me questions. And the deal is this: when you need to understand the Bible, I always resort back, and this is before I became Orthodox and I knew church fathers, but it always boils down to be the chapters Genesis 1 through 11. Now you can look this up, Google it, and say, hey, chapters, ChatGPT it. Hey, how significant is Genesis chapter 1 through 11 in Jewish and Christian theology? It is essential. It is the foundation. If you're going to look at the Bible, right, those first 11 chapters are the foundation that builds our entire theology. Okay. And the way the theology will be mapped out, because the Bible is the Tanakh, the Torah, is a narrative story about the history of Israel and the history of humanity, right? So it's telling you a story, but there's themes and motifs in those stories that continue on all the way through. And these themes and motifs are pointing towards the Messiah. They are pointing towards Jesus Christ, the Logos, the reason why we're here, the purpose to why we were all created. Okay, is to be one with the Logos. Okay, and all of the motifs from Genesis 1 through 11 points towards Jesus Christ. This is why in Luke chapter 24, okay, in Luke chapter 24, after Jesus has resurrected and ate with them and everything, he has a Bible study. He has a Bible study with his disciples, and it says that they then opened their minds. But what did their minds opened up to the scriptures? But what happened right before? What did Jesus say right before? What he said was everything that was written in the law, the prophets, and the Psalms were all about me. Now, what did he mean by that? Because if I read Ruth, it's just a story about Ruth, right? If I read the story of Jacob, it's a story of Jacob. It doesn't mention Jesus or the Messiah. That's because everything in its theology, in Jewish theology from the Torah, is a narrative story with motifs and themes underneath it that you can put together and have one unified message which points towards Jesus Christ, our Messiah and our Savior, our Lord Jesus Christ. All of it points towards it. And it's absolutely amazing. And when I was reconstructing my faith years ago, I learned this through a couple of scholars that study the Bible, studied the Torah, and I took several Torah classes. I learned like ideologies of how to read Hebrew scriptures. I didn't learn Hebrew or anything like that, but you don't really need to. If you have an interlinear, that's good enough. Okay, you just learn a couple of Hebrew words and you'll see, and patterning and so forth. But anyways, I learned different methodology on how to study the Torah like a first century Jew, like Paul would have, because Paul, remember, is a Pharisee, was a top scholar. And I learned these methods, and the methods go on and on. It goes past Genesis 1 through 11. However, if you want to get started in learning the Bible, you have to learn Genesis 1 through 11. And what I am going to offer is a full-on detailed course of every single motif in Genesis 1 through 11 and how it is the foundation of our Christian faith, whether you're a Protestant, Catholic, or Orthodox. As long as you're a Trinitarian Christian, this is for you, okay? It is the grounding of our entire faith. It's the reason, and once you understand these first 11 chapters, you'll read something like Paul's epistles, and you start to see things you never saw before. You'll start to see things you never saw before. You start to see things that Paul is saying that you didn't know he was saying, because you understand Genesis 1 through 11. Paul understood Genesis 1 through 11, and he cited it over and over again. Jesus cited Genesis 1 through 11 over and over again. And these motifs and these themes don't just sit in Genesis 1 through 11, but they continue on throughout the rest of the Torah, throughout the prophets, throughout Isaiah. Isaiah repeats these motifs over and over again when he's prophesying the Messiah. And I will teach you guys every single one of that. So if you are just want to get a basic understanding on how to understand the Bible, you need to sign up for what I'm about to tell you. Okay. So here is what the announcement is. I'm going to be doing a full-on course. I'm going to be recording it. I'm going to be recording and teaching this course live. Those people that will have access to the live, all right, are going to have access to the course and the rest of the recordings, however long it takes me to get through the class. Okay. But this is only going to be for serious inquirers. Okay. This is not like the Bible study where you can come and go or whatever. This is for people who are serious. I'm not going to go teach a course and then nobody shows up and, whatever. Okay. So in order for you guys to get the course, you do need to sign up, and there is going to be a price. Okay. The signups will, and I'm going to be promoting it all week. The signups will begin 1 week from today, Black Friday. Okay. And the first 20 people, okay, will get the course. With the first 20 people that sign up when we release it, all right, are going to get, 1 second. Sorry. I was looking at the camera, my love. 1 second. I gotta get her up here. By the way, shout out to my fiance, my beautiful fiance. Let's see where we're at on subs, because we're pushing, 30 more subs for her YouTube. 30 more subs for her YouTube. We can get 30 by the end of the live, guys. 30 more, okay, to get her to 500 subs. So we're moving, okay? So if you haven't subbed to Peace's YouTube, Peace Apologetics, link is in the chat on YouTube. It's also in her TikTok profile. So if you're on TikTok, just search Peace Apologetics or come to my YouTube live. It's in my video description. It's in the chat. Thank you, Nemesis, for continuing to put that link in there to make it easy. Okay. 1 week from today, Black Friday, okay? And I'm going to announce the time probably tomorrow, okay? Because I'm going to work on how to do the sign up and everything. It is going to be available. The course is going to, I don't know how many videos the course is going to take. I'm going to take my time and make sure that we get it done right, okay? I'm going to record it once a week. So you guys can, if you guys follow it live, you'll get a course from me for an hour or two once a week, okay? Live. But if you miss a week, and you're already signed up for it, you'll get the recordings, right? You'll always have the recordings. You'll own the recordings once you sign up and they're done, okay? So you don't have to be present every time I record live, because if you miss a week and you're not able to show up, you will have the recordings for you, okay? It will be good if you do show up live, though, because you'll be able to ask questions and so forth. All of those things are going to be good, okay? All right. Now, what is the cost? Guys, the stuff that I'm going to be giving you guys is seminary level stuff. A lot of people talk to me about, like, did you go to seminary? Did you go to the college? Do you think about going to college and stuff like that? Like, I would love to go to a college and go to a class on, like, especially like an Orthodox seminary, learn about church fathers and history and stuff like that. I would love to do that. I would enjoy it so much. Okay. I would just be a sponge. Okay. The problem is, like, I can't justify the cost of it. The cost of going to seminary, I just cannot justify. I can learn this on my own for free. And I have throughout these whole years. I haven't spent $1, except for like buying books and stuff like that, which is minimal, right? I really haven't spent a lot. And most of the stuff I've learned was on the internet, was from reading other scholars, reading church fathers, and so on and so forth, okay? You can get this education for free. So all of the things that I'm going to be giving you guys can get it for free. I'm just letting you guys know that, okay? Or you can go to a seminary, okay, and pay thousands upon thousands of dollars. Or you can sign up for this course, and I will condense everything that you can get for free, and I will make it simple, organized, and easy for you to understand, okay? And I'm offering it right for a price at $99 for the course. The first 20 people that sign up on Friday will get it for $50. Okay, so the first 20 people, I'm going to give a time by tomorrow, next Friday, for the link for the course and how to sign up. The first 20 people will get the course for $50 as a Black Friday special. Then after the first 20, it's done and it'll be at $99. So if you guys want to get the discount, you want to be ready and on time on Friday and ready to roll. Okay. The whole point of this, guys, okay, and this is all pointing towards Peace and I's vision, okay? Because what I love about my fiance is that she shares my vision and what we do together. And we love traveling. We love looking at talking to other people and just helping the Christian communities, okay? And she's more of a philanthropist than I am. Like we did like this feeding the poor stuff. Like, and I love, don't get me wrong, I love doing that stuff too. But the way the gifts that God has given her and I together is a beautiful combination. We can make a big difference. And the way that the gifts that I have that God has given me is teaching. Okay. And I love teaching. I love teaching. I really do. I love teaching. I want to teach more. I'd rather teach you guys and help you guys understand the Bible than debate Muslims. I really do. The problem is me doing teaching lives all day long just doesn't get the views. We don't get the reach. I need to have a reach. Like I need this channel to grow we need this channel to grow in order for Peace and I's gifts to impact the lives that we want to impact, right? So sometimes you got to do things you don't prefer, even though, guys, I love debating Muslims. Okay. I really do enjoy it. I really do. It's fun. It's a lot of fun for me. So I do enjoy it, but I prefer to be teaching Christians. I prefer to be in a classroom setting, showing you guys things you've never known before about the Bible, because this book is amazing. It's absolutely incredible. It's changed my life. It's changed a lot of people's lives, obviously, right? It's changed your life, right? In a certain way. But understanding the Bible and the way that that I've learned it, okay? And by the way, this is not all my stuff. I learned it from other people way smarter than me, okay? I think all I'm doing is just conveying a message in a very simple and easy way to understand so you guys can take it in a practical way and apply it, okay? So anyways, the whole last thing I'm gonna say is this, okay? And this is where I was going with it. The Bear the Image channel is a debate channel right now, right? I just debate people. We have fun. It's entertaining, okay? I do stupid things like this. Okay, I got stupid things like this. And we all laugh and we have a lot of fun and we learn while we're having fun. The purpose of Bear the Image, in my original purpose, when I drew the logo, and the logo I drew it came out almost identical to what the logo that I have is what I drew on a napkin. Okay, when I had the vision, when God had given me the vision, and to do this, it was meant to be an educational channel. Okay, it's meant to be for us to educate Christians. Then I meet my fiance Peace, right, doing this. Okay, and she is also gifted in other areas that I'm not gifted in. Okay, that is also going to help educate Christians. Okay, so we see the calling, we see where this is going, and really this is going to be a first step of moving towards that vision of making this an educational platform. Okay, an educational platform where people are going to learn. So we're going to start by you, the adults, because we have other visions. The next step is going to be we're going to start creating content and stuff for children so that children can understand the Bible at a young and elementary level so that they can be strengthened in their faith and they don't get deceived by all these heretical views of Christianity. Okay, our children are important. Okay, but how is our children going to know anything about the Bible if the parents don't know anything about the Bible? Right? Doesn't matter what church you send your kid, you are responsible. If you guys don't have children, you will have children one day, hopefully, inshallah. You have to have a good understanding of the Bible in order for you to even teach your kid, in order for your kids to have a good understanding. So the first step, and Peace and I talked about this, and she really helped me put this vision together. So thank you, my love, for your support. The vision of this is we're going to teach the adults, and I'm going to provide content to teach the adults exactly how to understand the Bible, at least the first step, because it's an endless journey to understand the Bible, okay? But a good, solid foundation on how to understand the Bible properly, in its proper theology and the purposes why it's written. Then, after we complete this journey, we're going to move to the children, or maybe even during the time I'm completing this journey, we're going to start moving towards the children, and Peace and I are going to move towards writing a children's book that will help children understand the theology better. And if we can equip the children and the parents and merge that together, we can make a big difference as Christians in the world, because we need this more. We need more understanding of the Bible. And when you have a better understanding of the Bible, you have a stronger understanding of your faith, which means you have a stronger faith, which means that we as a whole and as a body of Christ will be able to do more and make a bigger impact. All right. Glory to Jesus Christ. Okay. And all glory to him. And anyways, guys, this is the vision. I know I went on a tangent and stuff like that. But this is literally like something that was instilled in me for years. God has been calling me for something for years since I was a teenager. Okay. And I avoided it for years because I was afraid of it. And it wasn't until about almost 2.5 years ago, or almost 3 years ago, I think, is when I finally answered the calling. And I knew this is where I was going. Like I drew the logo, bear the image, all that stuff. And, I started off with debating to get a reach and everything. And I will continue debating, guys, because I enjoy doing it. I really do. So this doesn't mean debating is over. It just means that we're now going to expand now to other things in order to educate people now that we're getting more of a reach. Okay. And anyways, next week, I will announce the time by tomorrow. So tomorrow's live, I will announce the time. There's going to be a specific time where the signups will begin. The course that you will get is $99. Okay, that's how much it would be. But the first 20 people who sign up on the day that it releases, they will get it for $50. Okay, so when you sign up, you'll get it at the start of $50, and then the courses will then begin the following week. That'll just be the sign up. So in 2 weeks is when I'll begin recording. I would say right now, I'm going to say tentatively in 2 weeks. I'm going to see if I could do it sooner, but for sure in 2 weeks from today, I will begin the lives and doing the teachings, and we'll break it down, and you guys will start receiving the content. Okay. All right. What do you guys think? Give me some feedback, guys. Is this something you guys are interested in? Who's interested in it? Put a 1 in the chat if you are down to do it. If you're willing to do it. And like I said, it's something that's going to be available forever. Okay. So, okay, cool. I got a couple people down. Awesome. Good to hear it, guys. Yeah, I'm really, Peace and I are so excited for this. It really is helping us move forward to what we're trying to do. Last night I had an amazing time with Peace and my new stepdaughter. And we went to a Vesper service last night for the Diatokos, and to a different parish, because we've been looking at different parishes and stuff. Not just because we want to experience something different. We want to see a variety of how different Orthodox churches do things. And it was really cool to see that so far when we went to a parish, either somebody recognizes me or recognizes Peace. Last night, somebody recognized Peace who follows her. And it was just so cool. And it really made me happy because it shows the impact of what her and I are doing, like the way she does things, the way I do things, how much it impacts people, and we don't even realize it. We don't even know these people, right? And then we show up and we meet you guys, right? And when we went to New York, same thing. Peace and I, so many people came up to Peace and I that I don't, I know some of you guys that in the comments and stuff like that, right? But there's people that don't comment that are impacted by this stuff. And it's so cool, like when we go to these different places and we meet people that we don't know, right, that follow us, and we hear about the impact that our content is doing. And the part that made me so happy was we haven't even scratched the surface on the type of impact we're going to make. Okay. I get it. Debating is fun. Debating is a sport. You know what I'm saying? Like people are like, who's the best debater? Who can cook who can do this, who can do that? And that's cool. I love the competition. I love the sport of it. But I've always been after, well, how can I impact the world? Like how can we impact the world? How can Peace and I, with our gifts, do what God, like use what God has given us and gifted us with? And how can we make a difference in the world? That's really what I'm after, is that. And if I can accomplish that and compete in the debate world and be the best debater and all this stuff, then I think I can accomplish both, right? But priority is to impact the world as much as possible. That's what we want to do on this channel, okay? I want to equip all of you, all 83 people that are here on YouTube, all 63 people on TikTok. I want to equip you with the best possible resources for you to understand the Bible so you can pass this information down to your kids. And then we're going to make some stuff to equip your kids now so that both of you guys can come together and really be grounded in your faith. So anyways, I don't know. My love, say something. I don't know. I don't know what to say from here. But thank you guys. Thank you everybody listening.
We're excited. Thank you, my love. You did so good. I'm so excited. I'm excited to, when I'm quiet, it's because it's just like too much. There's so much to take in. So, and there's so much that is still like, this is like, I don't even know how to explain it, but basically this is like, you know how like you ever watch anybody like say, I want to write a book, and then they basically get in front of the computer and then they just put the title. Like that's where we're at. We're not even like in the book yet. Like we're not even in the book yet. Like this coming out with what we're doing now, coming out with the course is literally not even scratching the surface, like you said. So
yeah, it's just the beginning. It is just but guys, this won't be the last course. It's just the beginning. Okay. Like
and
after
I would get on it now because the price will go up as courses come out.
Yeah.
And it's just an honor. First of all, it's just an honor to do this with you, of course. Like I love you so much.
Thank
I'm
you.
so happy. We're so blessed. I'm so blessed to have like crossed paths with you and doing what we love, and now we get to do it together. And like you said, our different gifts as far as like you're really like amazing and gifted at teaching. I'm good with like the vision and the children and like all the meticulous things and the organization of it all. But yeah, I'm really excited to do this. I can't wait to like he said, I am big on like philanthropy, so I can't wait to come out with things in that nature, so we can give back. But I'm really, really passionate about the children, and in order to get to the children, we got to get to the parents. So this is why we're coming out with this first, but the kids are the goal, guys, like for us at least. And for me, in my background, my mom's been a pre-K teacher for over 20 years. And now she like runs the district. She's like the lead teacher of the district. And I was also a pre-K teacher and a daycare teacher. So I worked with kids from infancy all the way till maybe like 5 years old. And now we have a 10-year-old. So, and that's kind of like the age where they really start becoming more independent and thinking for themselves and having their own interests. And that's the age that we want to target when it comes to like fundamentals in the Bible, is like that teen kind of age, so that they're learning at a young age. It could be a book that's good enough to have substantial information. Like it's not going to be like a kiddie picture book, but it's going to be a children's book for those who, for the parents that actually want their kids to have a solid foundation at a young age with the fundamentals. But it's just not fundamentals in a ABC way. It's fundamentals in a more in-depth, thought-provoking way, but still simple enough to understand the language. So I'm excited, and yeah, we're gonna drop it in 1 week. I'm excited for like the special that we got going on, the little Black Friday special we got going on. And yeah, like I love visiting different churches, like he said we've been doing. And if you see us, say hi, please. We love saying hi to you guys. We don't mind like taking pictures, don't mind chatting, or fellowshipping with you guys if we do end up coming to your church, because we love to experience different churches, different cultures, and just the things of God and the beauty of his creation. So
Thank you,
shout out to Theotokos. Yesterday's service was beautiful.
Yeah, today
I love
was
her.
the great entrance to the Theotokos today.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, no, thank you guys. I mean, look, a couple of nice things, and sorry if I missed your guys' stuff on TikTok. It's just easier to look at on YouTube. But
also, guys,
yeah,
I hit 500 subs and I'll go live on YouTube. But
yes, we've been pushing that. Yeah. So Nemesis,
I'm still trying to get 10K on TikTok. I'm like, at 9 something. I'm like maybe 500 away. But at least the 500 we can get to pretty soon.
Yep, absolutely. So Nemesis, I'm convinced that this will be beneficial. I'd love to join you. We have Jeff says you guys have a far larger reach than you will ever realize. God bless you for all you are doing. Contriti, proud of you. Bear, Alex has to say we're going to impact the world like Muhammad was impacted by Al Zut. Nemesis is saying to subscribe to your channel or we will regret it. Being the best debater in the world means nothing if the material used is factually wrong. A naive Christian debater using evidence and proof is still better than the best Mu'minun using empty claims. Yes, I agree with that for sure. Save the world for $50 an hour. That's funny. Oh, Josh Lawrence, thank you so much for the super chat too. Thank you so much for the super chat. Y'all gonna make me tear up. This is awesome. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. I'm glad. I'm glad that is something. John on TikTok says, "Peace and Bear, you are right. Was an atheist for best part 20 years because the denomination didn't teach the Trinity." And John, I remember when you first started following me. It's probably been like a year now, or over a year. And I remember where you were in your journey. So thank you for sticking around, man. And learning. Bear stated, ones who are serious, so the gift gives back. Yes, absolutely. So everything that we're doing for the course is only for serious people. Okay. I did the crash course. I offered the course for free to select people last year. And we went from, I think it was like from September all the way through to Christmas, and 2 hours a week. And I think it was like 2 hours, maybe 2 days out of the week. So that was a very extensive version of it. And I'm going to condense it down even more. So it's not going to be like that studious, but we're definitely going to tackle, get right to the nitty gritty on it. Why Not Daily? I got an 11-year-old and a 14-year-old daughter. My son loves you. Bear the image. Thank you, man. I appreciate you. For me, I love this. I love the teens. Dang, come to Sweden. Yeah, we would love to come to Sweden, Nemesis. We will go to Sweden. Okay. Look at this. Look at it. We have to have the haters, okay? 116 for a half an hour. Meanwhile, I can talk to a Christian preacher about Jesus for free. Seems like one is greedy and loves money while the other just gives truth free. Brother, if you want,
even though you just said that you did this course for free last year for literally like 10 months for 4 hours a week.
4 hours a week, 2 hours, 2 days of the week, and I was doing it, and I told them
for free.
I said, I'm doing this because I want to figure out how I can teach this in a more condensed way, but I'm going to let it all out and see what hits, what doesn't hit. So I gave them I gave them a bunch of, and I figured out, okay, this was good. All of it was good, but like I want to condense it down and make it as simple as possible, right? So it's effective, right? And I couldn't do that unless I know what parts to do or not do. And last year I did it for free, like P said, 2 days out of the week, 2 hours each time for free to a select group
And
of people.
not to mention everything else you do for free. It's people like that they just want recognition because they're so lonely, have no friends, and their family doesn't love them. So when they make comments like that, they get reactions like you reading it out loud or laughing or whatever, and they feel important for like 15 seconds, which is fine. You know, I'll let you have that because you clearly need it. But the disrespect of it all is the fact that you're still on here every single day for free, giving out free information. You still post all of your videos for free on YouTube. You still have your free Bible study every single Monday since April. Every single Monday since April. Mind you, not to mention all the personal things you got going on that, you do all by yourself, like work several jobs, pay the bills, buy a home, get a new car, get engaged, plan a wedding, go to your own Bible study twice a week, on top of doing a Bible study for free for other people once a week, on top of going live 6 days a week. And it's just like, to think that people should be offering people like you money, donating. Well, thank you to everybody who does donate. We appreciate you guys. We love you guys.
There are a lot of people.
But I'm just saying, like, with as much as you do produce, the only reason, guys, that we even have to charge anything is for one, so that way those who actually want to do it are taking it seriously, because anything free doesn't get valued the same. They won't, they literally will say they'll come and then they won't come. So you have to be invested too, one. And two, you're taking, he to say that you should just take other people's value and not give them anything back for it is just a form of disrespect to me, because how are you going to have somebody who's been studying for years, now he wants to give back everything he knows in a way that you guys can actually digest it and understand it and teach it to your own friends or family? And which is a really hard skill. Someone who comes from an educational background, it's one thing to learn something, it's a different thing to teach it. It's really hard to be able to get people to understand what you're saying. So he's talented and skilled and gifted to be able to teach in a way where anybody can, a 12-year-old can understand. This is why we want to come out with a book for the young, because something that he went through when it comes to studying the Torah is something that maybe less than 1% of people do. And he's done that. So he wants to take everything that he's learned and give it back to you. And it's not even, it could have been $5.99. It could have been over $1,000. It's the value. He's giving you seminary tier value information, things that people spend thousands of dollars in school for. I've bought courses myself that have been I've gone to seminars myself that have easily, each seminar cost me at least $2,000 easily, or more, depending on how many days I'm out there. So it's just incredible. I mean, of course, haters are going to hate, and it's not going to stop the hate from coming. But just for those,
Yeah, I mean, look, at the end, it would be one thing if I'm gatekeeping all of this information. Guys, I said it from the beginning. Look, let's put it out. Let's put it in perspective. Okay. I said it from the beginning. None of this information is something that I came up with. This is just stuff that I've learned throughout the years. Okay. I learned it from other people and I learned it for free, but it took a lot of time, took a lot of processing, studying, understanding. And not everybody has the time to do what I did, right? The reason why I was able to do what I did is because I had a business. I was like semi-retired. I had plenty of time to do it, and not everybody has that time. If I was working a regular job, I didn't have
which is where I was getting at. He's taking his time out of his busy schedule right now. This is why I'm speaking passionately, because we have a wedding to plan in literally less than 2 months away, and he's still finding ways to give back to you guys. We literally, like, there's a lot of transition going on, and he still wants to give back to you guys. He's taking away from time from his friends, family, community, whatever, to give back to you guys. So I just, I would hope that the people who do see the value in this respect that, and those who don't, just keep it moving. You don't gotta engage. That's fine.
Yeah.
You can get this for your friends, for your family, for somebody you know.
This is what I'm gonna say. Like I learned this stuff. I learned this stuff on my own for free. It takes a lot of time to put it all in perspective and so forth, right? But here's the other thing. Like, if you want to get it out of me for free, right? Every live, I say Christians come up and ask questions, and I give that information for free.
Right.
Okay. Every Bible study, we do a 30-minute Q&A where you can ask me all the questions that you want if you want to get right down to it. You could literally ask me like the questions on what do you get from this and that, whatever. So you can watch my videos. You can see my theology on things. You can listen to me on Pieces panel. Like, there's so many different ways you can pull the information from what I'm saying, plus everywhere else, and get the information for free. But these are for the people that are not necessarily don't want to do that. They just want to get right to it, and they just want to have an understanding as fast as possible. And that's what this thing is doing.
It's a one-time payment, and they have it
One
for
time,
life.
for
they
life.
Can share it. They can do whatever they want.
$99, and you have the information for life. Like, literally, you can have it. I mean, what it'll give you a foundation on how to truly understand the Bible for the rest of your life.
You know what
for
me and my
$99.
friends used to do when I was when I was purchasing like programs like this? We used to literally like split whatever it was, and then we would just have like a watch party. Go to somebody's house, and we would all get it for the one price. So if you want, have your friends come over or get on a call or whatever. You want to buy it one time. There's always ways around it. I just think that the value is insane.
Oh my gosh, what a crazy gift. Thank you so much. I got to do a Wheezy for that one.
One hand on my money, one hand on my buddy. That's the only point that make your neighborhood lovely.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Don't let that bird.
Hey, thank you so much for that gift. That was a crazy gift. I don't think I've ever seen that one. Thank you so much for that gift on TikTok. Jack's the one who was saying that. He said, I was probably confused. I was responding to Refute and Truth when he said a sheikh was charging that. I must have been confused, thinking it was charging for teachings of the Quran. So he was confused. But no worries, brother. No worries. I'm glad you said it that way, because it was there. If you weren't actually hating on us, trust me and believe there are people that are hating on us. So I'm glad that it came out the way it is, so we can address the people who are actually hating on us. You don't have to justify anything to that, fool. This is what God called you to. Time costs money, so we're grateful to you both, Bear and Peace. Thank you so much. Nothing in life is appreciated if spoon-fed. Exactly.
Yeah.
Right. It's selfish to not support the ones doing all the work. Yeah, exactly right, Contriti. Let's see.
Shout out to Uncle Paul. He said he's gonna get it for his niece.
Oh, nice. Awesome.
You guys
Very
can
nice.
do that too.
Thank you, guys. Amir says, you are free to charge but whatever you like for your time, but teaching about Jesus shouldn't cost money. How about give option to the ones who can't afford? Like, this is our
You're not
fees,
paying
but we can't.
for the teaching. You're paying for Bear to do it.
Yeah. Amir, the ones that can't afford it, just join my lives.
Right.
You can get on the panel and ask questions if you need help understanding Jesus or the Bible. You can come on. I always invite Christians when I don't have any opposition. Come up and ask questions. Join the Bible study that I'm offering for free, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're doing a deep dive into the Gospel of Matthew. A lot of the things I teach on there are the things that are grounded in the things I'm going to teach in the course, because it's a gospel that is. And I got recordings of it. Okay. So like, you can get a discount of it, because if you're a YouTube member, you can get recordings of it. It's like $5. You know what I'm saying? So you can literally watch it all in less than a month if you pay $5 for a YouTube membership, and then you're done. So that's a discount right there, or you could just join the Bible study for free on Discord, and then join the 30-minute Q&A and ask questions to get even more. You know
what's funny?
Even the Bible costs money.
Nobody would be right. Even the Bible costs money. Nobody would be saying anything had you not come out with anything, and you're still doing what you're doing now. So it's like, if you don't like it, guys, then just don't engage. Like, he has so many other resources. God forbid somebody wants to come out with something that's more rich an information and you're not paying for the information, because like he said, you guys can go on the internet and get all this stuff for free.
Yeah.
You're paying for it to be verified. Okay.
Yeah.
You're paying for bear. Like I pay for
That's
people
good.
that I like to, like if I like the way somebody does something, I'm gonna pay because it's that person, not because it's the product. Because I can maybe make that from scratch myself, but maybe I like the way she does it, Sally or whatever. So you're paying for bear.
Everything I learned is from other people. It's just the way if you're paying for the communication, how I do it. Why Not Daily says you would not have charged if you would have charged $1,000 and I still would pay for it. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. That means a lot to me. When you give to others to get something, it's a win-win. Exactly right. TB says, I'm honestly really looking forward to the book. I've got an 8-year-old and a 3-year-old and twin 6 months, and they love reading their current kids' Bible. So I'm excited for yours, W Bear and Peace. Yes, we are excited. That's going to be coming very soon. Especially if this course kicks off really well, it will help us. The compensation of it will buy us more time in our schedule.
It costs money to write a book, chat.
It does. Yeah, it'll help us get started. So depending on how well this course does, will depend on how quickly we start. We're going to do it no matter what. Okay. Even if the course flops. Okay. Once I'm done with the course, I'm going to then move on to the kids book. Right.
And think about it, babe. It meant like it's a course, but people are asking for donations just because there's people who are like, hey, donate, hey, go to my Cash App, hey, do this, do that, with nothing to offer. Like, yep. I just really appreciate people who put the work in to create something for money, like earn the money.
Somebody said it in the chat who I was thinking about. Q-top.
Like Q-top. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. There's some people cash app.
Just pay me so I could debate all day long. Like, bro,
just
what?
Pay me so you can watch me debate for free.
You debate for free anyway. Like, bro, like what? Yeah, you gotta. It doesn't make any sense. Yeah, no, it's exactly.
But you know the difference between a beggar that's just like going around looking for change and somebody who's maybe like selling water bottles. You see, I appreciate the person selling water bottles to make a living versus somebody just walking around with a cup for nothing, and there's a lot of people on here just with a cup, you know what I mean?
Yep. Gabriel Valencia, thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you so much. You got you got me and my wife. I know.
How do you know? Are you guys listening to me?
No, it's funny. You got me and my wife laughing because Peace came in hot to defend her future hubby, just like she defends me. Proverbs 31 forever. God bless you both.
You guys already know. The second somebody comes for bear, just know that I will be right there.
TB says, I'm so surprised it's $99. I thought it was going to be so much more. W Bear, yeah, no worries. I did want to, like, honestly, guys, I know the value of this course could be like $1,000, but I really want to make it, guys. I really do want to make it affordable, but at the same time,
we want to make it free.
You guys don't understand. You guys don't understand the time commitment this is going to take for the preparation and all that stuff. Like, I'll do it, but I need to be compensated for it. Otherwise, I got bills to pay. I got things to do. I need to be compensated for it. So I wanted to find, I was going to do it like, I was trying to do it even lower than that. But it just didn't make sense. It didn't make sense. $99 seems right. It's affordable for everybody. Imagine $99 and getting a full like seminary level course for $99. I would pay that in a heartbeat. If it's something that I need to understand the Bible, I would pay that in a heartbeat. So I figured it's an affordable price. Maybe in the future, because the course is going to always be around, that we can offer to somebody for years to come. Maybe maybe we increase the price when there's a higher demand. But let's just see how this goes. And that's why I wanted to do the Black Friday deal too, for those of you guys that want to get it at a real big discount. Just to, the first 20 people who sign up will get it at the discount. So I will announce the time tomorrow, so you guys are ready to, those of you that want the discount will be ready to sign up as soon as it gets dropped and released. Much respect to that. Yeah, thank you so much, BNY. Let's see. Deb says, yes, so cute. She got her man's back. Yeah, I know. She's amazing. Let me see who else is saying. Amir sounds like a better deal than the Bible, and it sounds like a better deal than the Bible Institute. Yeah, I don't know what the Bible Institute is, but I'm sure.
Guys, it's just because I see all the hard work he puts in. You know, it offends me when people come for him, and I know he's over here behind the scenes working for you guys.
Jax wants to clarify even further. He says, "Bear the image, my brother. Please see this. I wasn't referring to you on that comment. I was responding to someone else's comment. You were not on my mind in the slightest of that comment. No worries, Jax. All is forgiven. Like I said earlier, maybe you didn't see it. Yeah, we no problem at all. I'm glad it came off wrong so that I can address the people who are hating.
Stop coming for Jax.
Yeah.
He apologized.
Yeah, he apologized. He wasn't stop coming for him. He's good. But I'm glad he said it wrong because there are people hating. As you can see, like even Amir was saying some stuff. Where do you get the $99 lesson? So I'm going to announce all of that tomorrow. I'm going to drop the link. I'm looking at what platform to use, and it looks like I'm going to use Gumroad, which is kind of like a thing that you could do, like sell courses and stuff. I'm going to work on that today. And then by tomorrow's live, I'll announce the time as to when it's going to get released and everything. Okay, and I'll drop the link. So we'll do it on the live tomorrow. So you guys will get the time as to when that will happen and when it will be dropped for the first time.
I said Q-top in my head, and I look at the chat and I see Q-top.
The other thing is I'm going to announce the time tomorrow, but the reason why I'm doing it now is because I want everybody to get an opportunity to run after the discounted deal. Okay. So if only a couple people know, only a couple people get the opportunity to chase after it. So I'm going to be promoting it all week. And for the time on Friday as to when to sign up for the discount.
Deal, guys. $50 one time and you get it for life. Insane.
Yeah. Don't forget to subscribe to Peace. Thank you, Nemesis. Appreciate that. Let's see where she's at right now. Hold on a second. Let me refresh. Oh my gosh, we need 23 more people, and we will be at all of that on the 500 subs. So thank you so much. No hate whatsoever, Bear. I watch you every morning. I love your videos and like them all. My comment was saying sheikhs charge huge amounts for a small time. Meanwhile, you and preachers give Christ. Yeah, no, Jax, we love you, bro. No worries, brother. No worries. A misunderstanding. We forgive you. No worries for that. Michael Lake says verified. Michael Lake, one of the OGs, by the way, of the Matthew Bible study from my old Protestant church. Michael Lake. He listens to the live every morning. So love you, man. Really, really appreciate it. I texted you yesterday, by the way, Mike, to check on you. So text me back to see how that went on that thing. Let's see. Yes, but true. What does the course cover? Great question. So the course is going to give you guys a seminary level, deep theological understanding, simplified. And we're going to simplify it because we're going to touch on all the motifs of Genesis chapter 1 through 11. Just those 11 chapters has themes and motifs in it that go all the way to the book of Revelation. And what it does is it reveals one unified message, which is Jesus Christ. That it was always pointing towards Jesus Christ. Always, always, always. And that's what you're going to learn. And that's going to help you understand the rest. If you understand those first 11 chapters, the rest of the Bible becomes easier, much easier, okay, to understand. Sorry, my love, were you going to say something?
No, I was just going to say, like, you won't know this if you don't get the course. But if you get the course, and I know like this sounds super cliche, but I know because I already took the course, guys. I was there when it was free last year. I was there. And you will never look at any part of the Bible the same ever again. And it's like, it's hard to explain how that even works.
Yep.
But when you see Genesis 1 through 11, the way he's going to break it down, the rest of the Bible will give you flashbacks of Genesis 1 through 11.
Yeah,
I'm going to put it that way.
Absolutely. Yes, that's exactly what it does.
The entire Bible will make you feel like you are having like hot flashes.
When you hear Jesus speak in the Gospels, you'll be like, oh my gosh, I know what he's referencing.
Oh my God, I remember this in Genesis.
Yeah, I know what he's referencing right now. Like, I know what he's talking about. Yeah,
and it's so insanely like eye-opening, and you just get a different, you're not going to get this at any like church with a pastor. You're not going to get this stuff. This is like, you know, and I'm not no shade to any church with a pastor, but this is, I grew up in a church with a pastor. Shout out to the gift. I grew up with a church with a pastor, and, you know, typical Bible studies, maybe like Sunday school and regular service with a preaching. You're not getting no real seminary breakdown the way you're about to see in this class. And it's not like, it's in depth, but it's not like so complicated. You're gonna have a lot of like aha moments and a lot of like, wow, I didn't even see that when I read it moments. And it's really, really good, guys. So
couple people I got to shout out. Anomaly, thank you so much for that gift. Thank you so much.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Thank you so much for that gift. That gift was crazy. I never seen that before. So thank you so much for the gift. Also, Frostbite Lives, thank you so much for the gift as well. Actually, you know what? We're going to do the dip set for you.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Thank you so much for the gift. God bless, Bear in peace. The course ain't flopping, gang. I'm going to be in there for sure. Thank you, Frostbite Lives. Really appreciate that. Appreciate the support. God bless you, brother. Yeah, super excited. Jamie says, I'm considering getting it, but I wouldn't be able to attend the live every day because of work. Jamie, you don't have to attend the live. This is the beautiful thing about the course. You pay for the course. You can attend the live when I'm recording it, so you can ask questions. However, you don't have to be there. Once you pay for the course, the recordings will be owned for you. You will own the recording for life. It'll be yours. It'll be 100% yours. So you can miss every live and you can go back and watch it whenever you're able to do it. So that's why I'm doing it that way. You guys will own the course. You guys own the recordings and everything. You can rewatch it. You can do all kinds of stuff. Okay.
And remember, guys, he's going to give you details tomorrow. So be here tomorrow and you'll get like all the actual details of like the course and when and where and like the times and stuff. Absolutely.
Amir says, I'm not hating. I'm just saying that teaching about Jesus' life shouldn't be limited to
so
only one.
Go buy a Bible, bro. Go tell the Bible story.
Gontriti says we should patent that verify. Yo, Peace always comes up with these.
My brain, guys, I'm neurodivergent, so it's a superpower. I just think of things and say it out loud.
Oh man. Let's see. Oh my gosh. Dylan, thank you so much, man. We gotta give you the dip set for that. Come on. Thank you so much for the super chat, bro. $10 super chat, bro. Anyone that's hating, I know it was a misunderstanding, but Bear has crazy knowledge and is passionate about teaching. I love to join if I had the actual time, but the knowledge is because of you. Thank you, brother. Yeah. If you don't have the time, guys, remember, it's available to you at any time. Yeah. Like you will own the course for life. So whenever it's on demand for you. So whenever you guys are able to do it, just press play. Okay. So no worries. And you can get it at $50 on Black Friday. I will announce the time tomorrow as to when it will be officially released on Black Friday. Okay. And we'll do a live on it on that day. So it'll be during during the live sometime. And we'll do a live on that day and see how it goes and how many of you guys sign up and just kind of celebrate and see what happens. Okay. Hopefully this is the beginning. Not hopefully, it will. This is a new beginning to a new direction, another direction. Because guys, I'm still gonna debate. I'm still gonna debate Muslims. I'm still gonna do everything that I'm doing.
Expanding, guys. The more support we have, the more we can expand and like give back and stuff like that. So it's exciting.
Thank you. Imagine Bear taught me what a flex. Exactly right.
Imagine, I think that's the best part. I think when you get to learn from Bear, and then you go out there, and then you say, "Oh yeah, I got this from Bear." Like, Listen, if he wasn't my man, I would still want him to be my teacher.
Guys, and I'm telling you, there's so many things that the future holds. And thank you, my love, for your support. There's so many things that future holds, not just the children's book. There's a lot of other things that I have in the vision. If you guys look at my logo, when I drew this logo, okay, and I drew it, I did draw it with out of the bear the image comes from 1 Corinthians 15:49, that we shall bear the image of the man of heaven. Okay, that we're supposed to walk in and be Christ-like. He is our example, and he is the person. He is the fulfillment of the true humanity, right? And how do we do that? If we don't understand the Bible, there's no way for us to understand. If we don't understand the beginning as to why we were created, we'll never understand it. But if you look at the bear and how it's created in a way to attract to give kind of like a media for adults and for children, right? And there's going to be more things to come. Okay, there's going to be animations. There's going to be homeschooling curriculums. There's going to be all kinds of things that are in the vision in the future. Obviously, not all of that is happening in 1 year. Okay, one thing at a time. But this is where the future is going. Okay, we bear the image. It's going to be educational.
And you say you got to be here in the beginning.
Exactly. Yeah, it's just the beginning. And then the debates are going to continue, because the debates is how we get our reach, right? It's how we reach more people. It's how people are going to get sucked in by the wild, toxic, crazy debating. And then once they get sucked in and they start learning more about theology, hopefully that entices them enough to be like, you know what, I do want to learn more about what he's doing. Well, no problem. We can teach, and we'll teach you and we'll equip you with how to know more. And then right after that, if you want your children to know this at a young age, when you have children, here's this, and we'll be able to equip people into wanting to know more about their faith. Mike says, my bad, Bear. We building a new sanctuary, so I've been buried in projects. I'll text after the stream. Yeah, no worries, brother. Shout out to Mike. He actually works at my old Protestant church. He's on staff over there. So shout out to you, though. Always, you've been a big supporter of mine, even when I converted to Orthodoxy. One of the OGs of the Matthew Bible Study. So, okay, let's see where we at, guys. Guys, 483. Okay, guys, we are not leaving this live until we get peace at 500. Okay, so I'm gonna bring up this Muslim, and if he's still around, and I'll debate this Muslim. We need 17 more subs. Guys, if you have multiple YouTube accounts, go to the extra YouTube accounts, go to extra Gmail accounts, and sub to Peace Apologetics. Put her link in the chat. 17 more.
Oh, wake up. When in Bible says that Jesus is the God?
Are you Muslim?
Or shut up, a piece of shit. Don't ask when I ask you, motherfucker.
Hey, are you Muslim? Are you Muslim? Hey, Habibi.
Oh, motherfucker,
Habibi.
piece of shit Israel.
Oh my God, bro. This is what I gotta deal with. This is what I gotta deal with until we oh my gosh, bro. These people are going crazy. Okay, 17 last I checked. Let me refresh this. We're gonna get to 500 today, man. We're gonna do it. Okay, 16 more. 16 more. 16 more. We're not leaving this live. She is going to. Are you going live today, my love?
Not if I don't hit 500.
Oh my gosh, 500, and she's going live today on YouTube and on TikTok. Would you go live on YouTube today if we hit 500 today?
Possibly.
Okay. All right. We know
If
on the
not
next
today,
one, if not today, on Monday,
tomorrow.
she will start because understandably, because she needs to get the YouTube thing set up. But if we get her at 500, she will be live next week for her lives on YouTube at the same time. So 16 more subs, guys. 16 more subs. Let me refresh it one more time because some people said they subbed. Hold on. 12 more, guys. 12 more subs, and she is there. Okay, she is there. Jab, what's up? Jab, what's up, bro?
Yes. You said, yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah. 1 second, bro. 1 second. I'm sorry.
One hand on my buddy, that's the AK-47. Make his neighborhood love me. Bullets like
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Medi, thank you for sending piece of money, gun. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. And then also the Kingdom Consultant. Thank you so much for the super chat. Do these people eat for free at a restaurant? I don't know. They don't. They got to pay to eat, right? Imagine paying to eat something. What's up, Jab? What do you got? Jab, what's up, brother? What you got?
You know, when Christians want to prove that Jesus is God, and then they don't find basically any unambiguous statement for Jesus saying that he's God, then they go and say he said like God and this and that. I mean, it's a bit strange to me because for example, if I read the Quran, it says clearly God speaks to you.
Yeah. Is it clear that Allah is the first and the last?
Yeah, but the difference is, right, Jesus was born, so he had the beginning. And before that, people did not worship Jesus, did not even know Jesus.
Jab. So
right?
it is clear that Allah is the first and the last?
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
It is.
So anybody who claims to be the first and last, would they be calling themselves Allah?
No.
No? Okay. Do me a favor. I will concede to I will say you won the debate, and I will concede and say you're 100% right about everything you said about Jesus. If you say, I, Jab, am the first and the last, go ahead and say it. Go ahead, say it. I will concede. I will concede to you. I will say, brother, you're 100% right about it all. You win. I will say you win.
Hello.
Yeah. Hello. Can you, if you say I, Jab,
Step out of it.
am the first and the last, if you say that.
Step out of it. Right. So I cannot say that because I'm not God.
Wait. Oh, so that means if you do say that, you're claiming to be God?
Astaghfirullah.
Okay, so if you do say that, does that mean you're claiming to be God?
God said, for example, in the Quran, it says, "I'm the first and last."
Hello. Snap out of it. Answer the question. Does that mean that if you do say it, you're claiming to be God?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Good. All right. So, can you open up the Bible, please? Go to Revelation chapter 1.
All right. Give me one second.
No worries, brother. In the meantime, Dylan, thank you so much for the.
One hand on my money, one hand on my buddy, that's the AK-47. Make his neighborhood love me. Bullets like bird.
Dylan, thank you so much.
Don't let that bird. He got a weak stomach.
Dylan says, yo, LOL, I want to be one of our first few guests on YouTube. That's up to her, brother, but thank you so much for the super chat. Darren, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Bear, apologetics seems so vast. Seems like there's different angles. Hold on, brother. Seems like there's different angles, philosophical, scientific, etc. Do you suggest that beginners pick a lane? I suggest beginners just need to understand the Bible, and best way
beginners should get the course.
Should get the course.
Know how to debate.
Absolutely, yeah. Get the course so you understand the Bible, so that when goofy people like this guy who's on my stage says Jesus never claimed to be God, then then you'll be able to know how to respond. By the way, guys, one more sub for 500. One more sub, guys. One more sub for 500. Let's go.
Wow. You guys are the best.
Jab, go to Revelation chapter 1, verse 17 to 18.
Apologize first, man. Come on, man.
Apologize? You
Apologize for what?
Like a dog.
Obviously, like, come on.
Okay, I apologize. Go to Revelation 1,
Right,
17 to 18.
All right, say that. 1,
17 and 18. Now remember, guys, he didn't want to say I am the first and last because that would be obvious that he is calling himself God. Okay? And remember what he said. Jesus never said anywhere that he claimed to be God. Okay? All right, let's read it. You ready?
So it says, when I saw him, I fell at his feet, although dead. Then he placed his right hand on me and said, do not be afraid. I'm the first and the last. I am the living one. I was dead. And now, look, I am alive forever and ever. So, if you allow me to say, You know, you conceded, bro. You conceded because it says that he said I was dead. So
when he said, "I am the first and the last," did he claim to be God?
can God die? Bro?
If he takes on human flesh,
That wasn't
yes.
your first question. No. The question was, did he ever claim to be God? So in this verse, did he claim to be God when he said, "I am the first and the last"?
But listen, yeah, if God
That's a
said
yes
I-
or no question.
But wait. Hold
So
on,
yes.
wait.
So you came up here with a question and we showed you, right?
Right. So he did say that. Yeah, he did say that. No doubt.
So he
Thank
did
you.
say that.
But he said I was dead. What you mean? He said I was dead. Man.
Yeah, brother. What's the issue with that?
Well, I mean, can God die?
Yeah, if he takes on human flesh, yes.
All right. So, what? All right. So
yeah.
this is. I mean, I wouldn't accept that. You know,
Yeah,
because
of course
God.
you wouldn't.
Yeah, but I mean, how can God die, right?
Yeah, I mean, is God all powerful?
Yeah, God is all powerful.
Okay, and death is the separation of soul and body, correct?
Well, for us, yeah.
Oh, yeah, for humans, right? Humans, when we die, it's the separation of soul and body. Soul is and body are the human nature. Is God powerful enough to take on a human nature?
Of course.
Okay, so if he takes on a human nature and that soul separates from the body, did God experience death?
Yeah, I mean, he said I was dead.
Yeah. Can you answer my question? If God is powerful enough, like you said, to take on a human nature, which is soul and body, and that soul separates from the body, can God experience death in that sense?
You know, I'm not arguing that, right? I mean,
Well, now you're not arguing that. Now you're not arguing that. Can he do that? Yes or no?
Yeah, he can.
Okay, so then God can die.
God can do everything, right? I mean, there's nothing that we say that he can't do.
Okay, so then he can die, right?
Right. Can do everything.
Okay, so then you just conceded to the whole argument, dude. What the hell? Jesus did claim to be God, and God can die. What the hell?
Can I express my argument?
Bro, let me get a bomb, man. That's crazy. What kind of debate is this, bro? That you're just conceding all your debates, all your points.
No, my argument is not whether he can die, whether God can die. You made that statement and tried to, whatever.
You agreed to it. You agreed to it.
Yeah, but this was not my argument. My argument was that the dying is a form of weakness.
No, your argument was that Jesus never claimed to be God and you got cooked. And now you're saying he can't die and you're conceding again.
No, actually, when I saw the verse, it says I was dead. That's even like far, far more.
But you're, brother, dude, you're not even tracking what you're saying. Just like she said, your first argument was that Jesus never claimed to be God. But you admitted, but claiming to be the first and last is claiming to be God. And we just see Jesus claiming to be the first and last. But then you're saying, but wait, hold on. It says he died, so therefore he can't be God. But then after you say that, you admit that God can experience death. So you just refuted yourself, dude.
No, you know why I said that? Because
you're telling the truth, bro. That's why.
No, because there's nothing that God can do. But if
okay, so then how is that an argument to say, oh, he died, therefore he's not God? If God can do that, how is that an argument on your end?
If there's nothing God can't do, then why aren't you a Christian for real? Like, why are you a Muslim? Because there's a lot of things that Allah can't do, apparently.
Yeah.
No, that's not true.
Can Allah be in multiple places at once?
Your own book says he can't have a son.
That's true.
But in Christianity, he can. So maybe you should be a Christian. You ever thought about it?
No, I just think that if you think that someone is God and then he says that I was dead and that I died.
But you just said God can do anything. So now you can
Right.
I mean,
so you know that Jesus tried to save himself. Did you know that?
So we're gonna pivot now.
Yeah. What the heck?
What
does that have to do with? Yeah. Why wouldn't you be
This
a
dude,
Christian?
this dude's gonna try to go to Hebrews 5:7 now after he got cooked on all these points here.
So did Jesus want to die on the cross or not?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So why did he say, God, why have you forsaken me? Help me, this and that.
Yeah.
So
open up Psalm 22.
All right.
And read verse 1. Just verse 1. Guys, thank you so much. Big ups to everybody who came in.
Thank you so
Peace
much.
is now at over 500 subs
I'm
on
so excited.
YouTube. YouTube lives will begin on Monday. 504 subs. Thank you guys.
Monday, we will, meet me there. Beat me there. Don't meet me there. Monday, we're going to do Messiah Mondays. It's going to be good. It'll be my first TikTok and YouTube live. Thanks to the chat. Shout out to the chat. And shout out to, who was it? What was it? I think his name was like Villa or something like that. He was my 500 sub. Appreciate you, gang.
W to him or her or whatever. 500 subs on YouTube before you even put any content. That's pretty good. Good start. And
it's Vile Vendetta. Shout out to Vile Vendetta for being number 500.
Jab, you got Psalm 22 or what's up?
Got it.
Read the first line.
My God, why have you forsaken me?
Okay. Is that what Jesus said on the cross?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, when Jesus was on the cross, were there people surrounding him?
I don't know. I mean, was there?
What do you think, bro? Do you think there were people, or do you think he was just by himself, or were there people around?
Yeah.
Okay.
There was probably people
Yeah.
around.
Were his hands and feet pierced?
Maybe. I mean,
when he was on the cross, bro, according to the Bible,
yeah.
were his hands and feet pierced when he said, my God, why have you forsaken me? Okay, good. And then did the Roman soldiers cast lots for his clothing?
I don't think he knows that part.
Probably not.
Yeah. To be honest, man, I would just be guessing, right?
Okay, good. Read verses 16 through 18 on Psalm 22. Read it nice and loud, brother. Nice and loud. It's okay.
Yeah, I've got no problem with that. Psalm what?
Psalm 22, right where you're at. Read verse 16, 17, and 18.
Verse 16 says, dogs surround me, a pack of villains encircle me. They pierce my hands and my feet. Right.
Is that happening while Jesus quoted the first line of the psalm?
Yeah.
Of
course, yeah.
Was Psalm written after, during, or before Jesus?
After.
Really? The Psalms was written after Jesus? You understand that the Psalms are supposed to be Islamic scripture, right? They were written by the prophet David, right?
Okay.
Okay. So did David live before or after Jesus?
So before.
Okay. So was this psalm written before, during, or after Jesus?
Well, if that's the psalm that David wrote, then obviously before.
Okay. So then this is a messianic prophecy. The reason why Jesus said that, my God, why have you forsaken me, is because he's pointing towards this prophecy that's being fulfilled at the moment. He's quoting the words of David.
So who again is saying that?
In what? Psalm 22?
Yeah.
David.
So he's speaking about himself, or he's speaking about somebody who's going to say this?
Both.
Okay. So, and in what state was David when he said that?
It's when he was running from his own son, Absalom, who was trying to unalive him. but he never had
Right,
he never had his hands and feet pierced. So this is also a foreshadowing of the Messiah, because the Messiah would come from his seed.
Right. So, well, I mean, God does. If we can just go back to the, because I forgot what the initial argument. I mean, from your side was, from my side it was that, you know, I do not believe that God lies, because it is a you know, it is only for the creation that they, you know, basically are born and then die that way. So God is superior to his creation. I mean, what do you think about that?
What do you think about what? I don't. We already admitted that God can take on human flesh, and if God can take on human nature, he can experience death. We already agreed to that.
Yeah, you would have to. It's funny actually, Bear. Yesterday, the reason I dropped off of Pieces Live was because I had to finish writing this thing for this video I was making. And yesterday, I recorded this video. I have to upload it, but I recorded a video titled "Addressing Muslims When They Say God Died." You would have to prove to us that it violates the laws of logic if God took on flesh, and that flesh, according to the nature of flesh, died. How is that illogical? Jeb, how is that illogical?
Yo, come. I didn't know you was talking to me, to be honest. Like,
Okay. Yeah, nobody ever notices I'm talking. It's like every time I ask people questions, they just never.
Go
ahead, Bear. Sorry.
I thought you was
So are
talking
you
to
mean,
Ben.
bro? I feel bad.
But
Oh,
why
man.
would you mention my name in the end of your question? Because I don't know you're like you're talking to me. You know what I mean? You gotta say my name before that.
Jab, he's obviously addressing your situation. You think he just came in to talk about a different topic?
I don't know. I don't know this guy, man. He's got. I don't know.
Bro, oh my God, bro. Dude, why is it not logical for God to take on human flesh? You already admitted that this can happen, that this was logical earlier in the conversation.
Well, for starters, right? I mean, God created the humans. You know, created Adam, and then left humanity live for for years before allegedly coming into human form. You know what I mean?
Oh, bro,
So
dude, I'm losing you, bro.
what
Like,
happened?
you're losing me. Like, dude, why is it not
Right.
logical now? You
So
already
my
admitted.
question.
You already admitted
My
God can
question,
take on human flesh, right? You already said that, right?
My question, right? Yeah. Right.
Okay. So then, what's the issue, bro?
The issue is right that it is it does not befit God.
According to what? According to what criteria does it not befit God?
Because, mate, simply because God is holy, right? Humans, I mean, there are faults that humans have.
Why can't humans be holy?
Humans can be,
Okay,
in their own way.
So once again, what's the issue? So what's the issue?
But they can.
What does holy mean, bro? What does holy mean?
You asked me, right, man?
What does holy mean? You're using the word. What do you take that means?
I don't know.
You don't even know. So you're using the word and you don't even know what it means.
No, I have an idea, but I know that I won't know.
So try to explain it. You don't have to give me the exact definition. Explain what you mean by holy.
Just let me look up the definition, man.
All right, bro. That's crazy, dude.
Bear, did you know that there's a hadith? Because the only argument that they'll have is the only one that really makes sense from their position is, well, God limited himself when he took on human. That's illogical. How can God limit himself? I mean, like Jab, I'm literally giving you the argument. So, I mean, but did you know that there's a hadith in Sahih Muslim 179 that says that God veils himself in light, and the light that he veils himself in is the only reason that whatever he looks at is not destroyed. So God uses, God uses something, whether it's created or uncreated is irrelevant. God uses something other than himself to veil himself or to limit himself so that he doesn't destroy the creation that he's interacting with. Did you know that, Jab? Why are you laughing?
Right.
It literally says in the hadith that Allah uses a hijab. Like it literally says that, a veil. And the veil is light. So why is it so strange that because according to Exodus in our Bible, nobody can see God. The scripture literally says, no man can see my face lest he die. So in the Quran, I think it's in chapter 7 actually, when Musa asked to see Allah's face, what does he tell him? He says, you cannot see my face. But what I'll do is I'll show my face to the mountain and then maybe you can see me. And when he shows his face to the mountain, what happens, Jab? The mountain gets destroyed and crumbles. And his glory was so strong, even according to the Quran, that Moses was knocked unconscious. So according to both of our religions, in order for God to interact with his creation in any type of meaningful way, he has to veil himself. According to us, he just took on flesh. And according to you guys, he just puts on a hijab. What's the problem? I'm serious. It literally says that in the hadith. I mean, hijab just means like veil. But I mean, I get why it's funny. But jab, like, why? So if what you're saying is wrong, if it's crazy for God to take on flesh, wouldn't that be the only method in which he interacts with us in any type of meaningful way?
You do speak Arabic, I presume.
Okay.
So you should know that the word hijab does not necessarily refer to hijab that the woman,
I just addressed that, Jab. I just addressed that.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah.
Just to make that clear.
Yeah. Okay. So again, what's the problem? Like, I'm not understanding. You're not able to explain to us how this is illogical. It doesn't violate the 3 laws of logic. And then even on top of that, your own God has to do that in order to interact with creation in any type of meaningful way. So what's the problem? Is that your brain malfunctioning right
now? Yo.
That literally sounds like a Muslim's brain malfunctioning, bro.
Bro, you made me,
bro,
you made me spit out my mouthwash.
That joint said error 404. I'm just messing with you. I'm just messing with you. I'm just joking around with you. But do you understand how that's not a problem for us, bro?
All right. Valid point.
All right, I'll go on mute.
He's like, all right, I got heard. I'm good.
Bro, this is like his maybe like 7th argument. So don't worry about it. I mean, it's not you. He'll keep conceding, but then he don't want to be Christian.
No, to be honest, right? I looked it up, definition of holy, and holy is basically referred to anything that devotes itself or themselves to God. So you cannot be holy without the existence of God.
Brother, being holy just means from the Bible, it just means to be set apart. And yeah, it's for God, but it's just to be set apart. So you can make an altar holy. where that altar is only set apart and only used for sacrifices towards God. And you eat on it, you don't sit on it. It's only used for that. That's what makes it holy. Is to be set apart. Israel was considered holy because they were set apart from the rest of the nations. Right? So it's holy matrimony, holy marriage is because you're setting apart and you're only devoting that relationship to one person and to God. So, yeah. So it just means to be set apart. So you're saying God can't be a human because he's holy. Okay, why can't he take on flesh and still be holy? Like I'm not, and still be set apart. What's the issue?
Well, the issue is then basically that's true, but the basically humans have basically tendencies, right? And they have needs, which make them dependent, and God is not dependent.
Okay.
So,
yeah, I mean, if his nature, if God's nature that is independent changes and becomes dependent, then I would agree with you that that can't be possible. That's a contradiction. But we don't believe that's what happened. We don't believe God's divine nature changed. He just took on a second nature.
okay, but when he took on that second nature, it became his prime nature.
No,
right?
they didn't.
Primary nature.
No, the person of God would just subsist within the two natures. It doesn't. The divine nature doesn't change. It doesn't mix with the human nature. It stays. It remains the same.
So, for example, right, Jesus, he felt all the basically needs that humans have. So he was hungry
Via
for
the
example.
human, the person experienced that via the human nature, not the divine nature. Yes.
Yeah, that's what I said, right?
I'm just clarifying because what you're going to do now is mix person and nature. So I'm just clarifying. But go ahead.
Okay, then. Whatever person somebody has, that's like that person, and it does, logically does not interfere with, their nature as humans. So this is what I mean. I mean the nature of humans are that they are dependent. So
Yeah, brother. Yeah. So when God decides to take on a human nature, yes, he experiences everything a human does, and that includes the experience of a being that is contingent. However, that doesn't mean that God's divine nature became dependent. It remained what it is. It didn't change. Therefore, it's not a contradiction.
Well,
Jab,
it actually is, because you just proved my point, and which is that Jesus, if you say that he took on the human form as God, then he did have.
Jab, does Allah change if he
nature.
veils himself? Does he change if he veils himself? Because your hadith say that he veils himself. So does Allah change if he veils himself?
Dude puts on a whole hood. That's crazy.
Yeah, like you can literally pull it up.
No,
Muslim
because
why does Allah not change?
You know what? Because he does not basically change his form or
Wow.
Wow. So you do understand that concept.
Not really. Not really.
Not really.
Not really. That's crazy, bro.
After he just said it and then he says not really. He disagreeing with himself. That's crazy.
He disagrees with himself. That's what Islam does.
You got my point, right? And you just simply have no answer for it.
Right.
Here come the gaslighting.
We're the ones that don't have the answer for it.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, bro. Start calling
Allah
it.
can veil himself. Okay.
Start calling it cope lighting, bro. Not even gas, cope lighting, bro.
Cope lighting is crazy.
Hey, so Jab, do you understand that in order for something to be a true contradiction, like the actual law of non-contradiction, that it has to contradict in the same sense. So for instance, that's like me saying the number 3 is an odd number. And then my next sentence is the number 3 is not an odd number. Well, that would be a true contradiction because it's in the same sense. You understand? But if according to if according to you, it's a contradiction for God to take on flesh because it changes, that would only be true if God, being God, was uncreated and then was created at the same time.
Somebody in the chat said no, yes, no, yes, no, yes.
Yeah, because that's the question.
Yeah, so you realize that
guys
that's not a
asking.
contradiction, right? Was God created and uncreated at the same time?
Asking a Muslim that is gonna be tough because they believe the Quran was created and uncreated at the same time. So
I mean,
That is true, actually.
I mean,
Yeah, they believe
that's
it's
what you.
uncreated.
That's how you're portraying God.
No,
actually.
that's not. Bro, how is that how I'm portraying it when I'm telling you that's not how I'm portraying it?
Because was Jesus born? Yes or no?
bro, no, he went into bot mode.
Do we gotta pull it
Don't
up?
move. Don't move.
Did
'Cause when
Jesus
you say-
exist?
Oh, God, my bad. I thought that was Bear. Go ahead.
Yeah, did Jesus exist before he was born from Mary?
Do we have evidence of his existence before he was born?
Yes, from the Quran and also from the Bible.
I'm not asking from the Quran though, like respectfully.
From the Bible, yes.
Okay.
Okay.
By name or by some other name?
Jesus was born, that name was given to him at birth. It just means Yahweh is salvation. However, Jesus is a divine person who existed with the Father as the Word of God. And the Word took flesh. And then at that point, he was named Jesus. So, and this is the problem you guys have. You think that Jesus, that we believe that some man became God. No, we believe that God took on a human nature, became man. That's your problem.
But you do not worship that God though. You worship Jesus in his human form.
All right, Bear, you can peace. I can't, man.
That is true.
All right,
no, it's not the point, bro. You know what? Yeah. Maybe try again tomorrow, bro.
You can come back tomorrow. I gotta go.
We're gonna talk to you in your normal voice next time. In your normal, your native tongue, the robot tongue. You can come back tomorrow. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Oh man, Peace hit 500 subs. Let me see where she's at right now.
Oh, that's what's up.
505 subs.
Chat. Yeah, I'm gonna start going live over there.
505 subs, and then we did the announcement on the course today. We're doing a week from today. We are dropping a course where I'm going to break down Genesis 1 through 11, which is the foundation of the entire Bible, and our theology and all of the motifs that go throughout the Torah, all the way to the book of Revelation. And we're going to be showing these motifs, and I'm going to go week by week teaching this. And the first 20 people that sign up next week, this is for everybody. I'm going to announce the time tomorrow as to when that will happen.
We'll call it like the Bear Foundations classes. Okay, that's what we're calling it.
That's actually a solid name. Tomorrow I'll be announcing the time, but the course will be $99, and you will own it for life. You'll have all the recordings. You can watch the recordings live because I will be doing them live. All right. And you can join the live and ask questions and stuff like that if you want, if you can make it. But if not, you can own all the recordings. But the first 20 people, once it drops, will be able to get the course at $50 to start, and then $99, and you'll own it for life. And it will 100% get you started and equipped in understanding the Bible. You will start to see things that you would never saw before when you read the Gospels, when you read Paul's epistles. You'll start to see things that you never saw before that they were referencing because of these motifs. These are typical things that a first century Torah observer and a person who studied the Torah. It's the reason why when Jesus spoke to Nicodemus in John chapter 3, verse 10, he said, you're a teacher of the law and you don't understand what I'm saying when I say these things. He expected him to know the motifs that start in Genesis, and he is referencing these motifs. And there's a ton of them, and they all point to one thing. And this is what Jesus was referring to in Luke chapter 24, that the entire Tanakh was pointing towards him, towards Jesus Christ. Everything, every one of these motifs revealed Jesus Christ throughout the entire Bible. It's a narrative story about the human history and the history of Israel, but all of it, the underlying message was always Jesus Christ, that our creator, our savior, the one that was going to come and be able to unite us back with our purpose, which is to be united with our creator. Everything was pointing towards that. All of these motifs reveal that, and they continue on all the way through. So if you want to learn this and be equipped, seminary level type information, you can sign up for the course next week. First 20 people who sign up will get it at a discount.
Yeah,
So,
let me so just reiterate, it's $99 for the course, guys. We're dropping it on Black Friday. First 20 people get it for $50. After that, it's $99 one time, and you have the course for life. You can replay it, you can watch it over, you can share it, you can teach from it. We wanted something that we can give back at an affordable price, but it's going to be a value that you can take with you forever and pass down to your kids and your family and friends, and it's seminary level value. So $99, $50 for the first 20 people, dropping Friday. More details tomorrow, but I will be I officially named it the Bear Foundations course.
The Bear Foundations course.
Tell your friends.
Dirty Dirty says $1 for each one of Allah's ontologies. That's why we did 99.
That's why we did
Answers
99.
for Christ was actually one of the students last year that got it for free when I did the course. So he's one of the OGs. He got a very in-depth version of it. But what's up, Bryce? What's up? What you got?
Oh, dang. I'm doing good. I appreciate that. Well, I guess I just wanted to laugh. No, I did. To be honest, I came up because I just thought.
Oh, because the last guy was just
the bot.
No, that last guy was so fun. Yes, no, yes, no, yes.
Bro, that dude was literally a bot. And
God,
actually,
Allah can bail himself, but God can't. But if God takes on a human nature, he changes his original nature somehow. Like I don't.
Yep, I had nothing of substance to add. I just wanted to.
No worries, brother. Thank you for the super chat. Ram Kumar, thank you so much for the super chat. Direct question: makes Muslim engine light come on? Yes, exactly right. Just complete.
I think me wanted to say something.
Oh, you did?
No. I was gonna say, could you actually read that hadith? Can you put it on the screen so people don't think
yeah,
you're
that's
making it
good.
up? Like it's actually really interesting when I came across it. I heard Avery use it like a while ago, and when I was doing this, I was like, this actually would go really good.
I love putting hadiths on the screen, so
it's Sahih Muslim 179. And there's like a couple of different ones. Also, did you know there's a shortcut to finding hadith on sunnah.com? If you go on sunnah.com and you click on the book, like, when it first pops up, it says like Sahih Bukhari, Sahih Muslim, Sunan Nasa'i. If you click on the book you want to read, instead of like going through like the actual thing, you can literally just type in a colon in the URL after you, I'll show you. It's a little hack that I forgot that people sometimes they don't be knowing about. If you click on this thing, right, like if you go after, my camera's messed up, but if you click on this and if you put a colon and then type in 179, the hadith will pop up.
Yeah.
Oh, so colon just means hadith.
I guess
in the URL.
Yes, like computer talk.
Yeah.
Type in colon and then the hadith number, and it'll pop up.
Yeah, I literally
Way
just did
faster.
what you did before you did it.
That's cool.
It did come up. All right, so here's what the hadith says, okay?
Can you read it from the top? Sorry.
Yeah.
The
saying of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Allah does not sleep and his veil is light. And if he were to remove it, the splendor of his face would burn all of his creation as far as his sight reaches. The messenger of Allah, Abu Musa, reported, the messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam was standing amongst us, and he told us 5 things. He said, verily the exalted and mighty God does not sleep, and it does not befit him to sleep. He lowers the scale that lifts it. The deeds in the night are taken up to him before the deeds of the day, and the deeds of the day before the deeds of the night. His veil is the light. In the hadith narrated by Abu Bakr, instead of the word light, it is fire. If he withdraws it, the veil, the splendor of his countenance would consume his creation so far as his sight reaches. Alhamdulillah.
Amen.
I got a
Can
restriction.
we do one more?
I
Can we
can't.
do one more?
I can't because I got a restriction. I got to end this
All right.
live.
That's crazy. One hadith.
One
Wow.
hadith. This is why James gets banned. Okay,
That's true.
this is why it happens.
Maybe
Okay,
are you not allowed to say the word?
I don't
You're not allowed
know.
to say it?
I don't know, but I'm gonna end it before I get into jail. But anyways, guys, love you guys. Be back on tomorrow morning for the announcement for the course and the release time. But thank you guys. Love you guys. God bless every single one of you guys in the name of the Father, the Son, Holy Spirit. W to the Holy Theotokos. Today is her day for the great entrance in our nativity fast. Shout out to Orthodox Christians. God bless you guys during your fast, all the way to Christmas. God bless every single one of you guys in the name of the Father, the Son, Holy Spirit, now and forever, to the ages of ages. Amen. YouTube, thank you so much for the support. Thank you for everything. Let me read a couple of the super chats that ended here. Mr. Yerbetta, $100 for lessons for Bear. Why so cheap? Thank you so much, Mr. Yerbetta. That makes me feel really, really good. But I'm glad. I'm really liking the price point that it's at, because I don't want to make it too expensive. I want it to be affordable, but I do want the value. I do want to be compensated for the time it's going to take me. So I really, really appreciate it. You got to get the dial-up tone play, and you know what? I think I will do that, Dylan. I'm going to look for it, and I definitely want to get that sound. So I'm going to definitely get that sound and figure that out. Thank you, everybody who supported. I really, really appreciate all of the support. You guys are amazing. I love you. Peace and I are so grateful for you. We love you guys. We really, really do. Go support my love. Thank you for supporting her today and getting her to 500 subs. That was amazing. Absolutely amazing. I think she started out with like 550 or something like that, 550 something. So thank you guys once again for that support. She will be going live on YouTube, and we're going to get that channel popping. Okay, we're going to grow that channel. Okay. All right, guys. Love you guys. We'll be back tomorrow for the big announcement. Really, really excited about teaching this course. I'm excited because you guys are excited about it, so that gives me motivation. If you guys weren't excited about this stuff, then I wouldn't be. It would be. It takes a lot of time to prepare for this stuff. It takes a lot of energy out of me. A lot of time out of my day. But if I know it's helping people, man, I will do it all day long. I'll do it gladly, do it all day long. So the fact that you guys are excited about the course and excited about the information that you'll be getting from it really, really motivates me. And I'm going to start working on it, and you guys won't be disappointed. You guys are going to be very, very blessed from it. Glory to God. Glory to Jesus Christ. So God bless you guys. We'll be back tomorrow. Okay. Love you guys. Wait, is it False Religion Fridays? Yeah, False God Friday today. Yes. So Peace will be going live. False God Friday. Okay. Love you guys. God bless you guys. In the name of the Father, the Son, and Holy Spirit, now and forever, to the ages of ages. Amen.